So we'll be starting in a minute. Just let people filter in here. So super excited to do chapter 2. So we get to... I really don't know what we're doing. This game's not, each chapter's not like the same thing, you know, like a lot of games. So, because I'm assuming that the entire idea of the game is to, again, process of elimination to figure out who is the quartering duke? Maybe? I don't know. I guess we will find out soon. Well, I don't know about soon. I think this game's like 40-something hours, depending on how much I suck. So we'll see. That should be good, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright. And again, if the volume's too loud or anything, just let me know and I can adjust it. Chapter 2! Oh, I don't know how far we'll get, but we're gonna go until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock! Flirting with students, you old sleazebag of a father? The girl grumbled, scowling at the sausages on her plate. Easy now, easy now. Downtown is touchy-feely with everyone. Let's not blow things out of proportion. It's all oh so scrumptious, especially these sandwiches. The aroma of the wine vinegar, these fresh, juicy cucumbers, I am swooning. You must tell me how it's prepared. Mystic, so I can add it to my recipe book. Well, yeah, I like it too. Even my mentor back at my part-time job could probably handle making these. But of course. In addition, I shall also impart the provincial British folklore associated with these sandwiches. Right, we left him off eating them. Mystic proceeds to give Gourmet and me the recipe, along with the ghost story I really don't follow. As we eat, the conversation naturally turns to everyone's reports from yesterday. I combed the matter from top to bottom, but as expected, the only way in or out is the front door. There is no way for anyone to escape. I would have expedited our search considerably if we had found another secret passage like the one behind the painting. I got bored, so I also scoped the manor out. Didn't turn up anything particularly suspicious though. But as luck would have it, I did come across the blueprints to this manor in the study. Did you say blueprints? How could you just offhandedly bring up something so important? I guess that's just the difference between a number 4 and a number 5, huh? Gah! Show us at once, you dingy mophead! Everyone looks at the blueprints spread across the table. Even at a glance, you can see the suspicious space behind the painting. If there really is another hidden passageway, we should be able to find it in these floor plans. However, no matter how hard we scrutinize them, we can't see any area where another hidden passage could exist. Like I thought, the only way out is to start knocking walls down. Say the word and I shall lay down my life for my compatriots. I stand ready and willing to cross blades with that wicked contraption. You can't do that. We all need to make it out of here together. Delpho's right. You know, fortunately, we have plenty of food, so waiting until help arrives is the best course of action. Yeah, I'm down with that too. HQ probably noticed our comms are on the fritz, so they should send help once they realize something's up. Plus, we got like a whole squad here. All we gotta do is hunker down and keep each other safe. I must agree with Downtown. I looked outside this morning and spotted that black machine still circling the manor. Instead of panicking and trying to escape, we should remain calm and continue our investigation of the building's interior. I too find no fault with this plan. The study is filled with books, so at least we won't be bored, said the girl, sharing a rather useless tidbit of information. Just then, I heard someone laugh. Oh, of course it's you. Of course it is. We all turned to look, only to see Renegade Detective grinning. He begins to speak, his voice dripping with mockery. Nothing to do but wait. Keep calm and investigate? So happy-go-lucky. I bet the culprit's having a laugh of their own right now. Huh? What do you mean? Doesn't something feel off about this? Us sitting around enjoying a warm meal? Remember, the culprit predicted our every move in order to imprison us in this manner. Oh yeah. What Renegade Detective is saying suddenly makes sense. If the culprit wanted to annihilate us, there'd be no need to go through such lengths. Had they destroyed the lock to the door, we'd have all died to that machine. They also could have gotten rid of our food supply beforehand. So let's do as Holmes would and face the reality before us to reason out what our perpetrator is plotting. This manner is easily sustainable. With that in mind, what's the culprit's true goal here? I mean, killing us. No, imprisoning us. There we go. Look, I assume everyone wants to kill us all the time, so you know. Well, imprisoning us in the manor, in other words, forcing us to burn up our time here? Splendid answer, incompetent. Basically, us sitting here engrossed in idle chit-chat is exactly what the quartering duke wants. If we keep twiddling our thumbs like this, it'll just lead to an even greater calamity. Guaranteed. The dining room falls silent. The cheery atmosphere suddenly turns frosty. The catastrophic scene from my dream flashes in the back of my mind. He did, but my brain just goes, kill us, kill us, kill us. And I realized like what he was saying, and I'm like, right. Well, we can't keep going on like business as usual. If we do, we'll never manage to avoid that fate. Renegade Detective is absolutely right, but he clearly gets a kick out of inciting chaos. We can't rely on him to help us avert catastrophe. Conventional behaviors won't shape fate. You're going to need serious resolve if you intend to change it. This is it, Watto. Show me what you'll do. Okay. After receiving a proverbial push on the back from Holmes, I make up my mind. I've got practically zero confidence in myself, but if I want to save everyone, I'm going to have to take action. What everyone needs right now is hope. Suffice it to say, they want to avoid being trapped here like the enemy wants. If I have to lie, then so be it. I've got to propose something that can break this deadlock. But I have no plan in mind, and Holmes is staying silent on this. No, wait. Maybe they'll pay attention if it's Holmes' words they're listening to. I make up a bluff. It's a double-edged sword, and if I'm caught, none of them will ever trust me ever again. But it's the only way I can think of. Well, hold on a second. I just remember something really important. That's definitely not a lie. I fight past the stammering and get my words out. Everyone's like, yes? A lights turn to me. My breath catches in my throat. It's over if they figure out that I'm lying. I can't falter now. My body is moments away from shaking, but I keep it under control and begin to speak. Well, there's actually another hidden passage in the manor. We need to find it and get out of here as soon as possible. Yeah, what? That was a terrible lie. Silence. My outburst takes everyone by surprise. They all just sit there staring at me in amazement. Another hidden passage? And how would you, a fresh-faced recruit, be privy to this information? Thanks! Yeah. This feels like, rather than a mystery or chapter, it's gonna be like a long mystery thing, so I'm kind of excited about this. Information even a high-ranking detective, such as myself, is unaware of it. It's laughable. Ridiculous. Well, Holmes told me before she died. She said I should look for it if I was ever in real trouble. You heard this from my deal? Posh detective falls silent. Holmes's words are the chief's after all. Not to mention, everyone here knows that the chief was fond of me. It's compelling enough, if only just. As I predicted, the effect is immediate. Well, what else does the chief say, incompetent? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, that was it. Oh, how prudent. Well, of course, she always was. In that case, how about we split into 2 teams and investigate? And why, pray tell, must we form teams at all? I am quite capable on my own, I'll have you know. Because I'd like you all to install these surveillance cameras I made last night in key locations on the 1st and 2nd floor. Techie takes out a large handful of small cameras from a cardboard box at his feet, arraying them on the table with Rowdy's help. Oh, is this what you meant when you said you were going to prepare something last night? Well, yeah, of course. The culprit could be hiding in the manor, so I figured these would be indispensable. They're modified from the cameras on downtown smartphones, so they're not too durable, but I can use my tablet to monitor all the feeds. Downtown smartphones? As in multiple? No, duh. I got one for work, friends, gaming, detectiving. You get the picture? Good to know they came in handy. It'd be unnerving for any of us not to know where each of them is set up, so I'll share the locations with everyone as we go. Moving around all 12 of us would be difficult though, so I'd like us to split into 2 groups of 6, one for each floor. No complaints here. Well, yeah, me neither. Working in groups would be much safer too.
Magnificent as always, Sir Techie. Needless to say, you have my fullest cooperation.
Monitoring the Quartering Duke's movements will make it hard for him to strike. It's an excellent plan. The rest of the detectives follow downtown and me with their own seals of approval. Dread it all! Now I've been made to appear self-serving. Do you even have a shred of self-awareness? Princess, all about me. Hold your tongue, you bespectacled sheepdog. If it is for the best that I tag along, then so be it. Despite Posh's huffing and puffing, she eventually acquiesces to Techie's suggestion, after which we split ourselves into 2 teams. After much discussion, I find myself in a team with these 5 detectives. I feel bad thinking it, but I'm relieved not to be working at Renegade and Posh. There's likely to be less trouble this way. No, I agree. Wait, we're in charge of the 1st floor. Renegade, don't just wander off. It seems the other group, or at least Workaholic, is already having trouble. His shouting continues as the 2nd team exits calmly. As we climb the stairs to the 2nd floor, Holmes calls out to me in a soft voice. Nicely done with that trick you pulled to get everyone searching for the secret passage. If I didn't know better, I think I gave you the idea myself. Well, I guess it went pretty well for something I made up on the spot. Obviously, I wasn't told anything about another hidden passage. It was simply a lie to give everyone a goal to work together on. At the very least, it'll prevent us from just dawdling about until catastrophe strikes. This is the first step to preventing that tragedy. You've grown quite a glib tongue. The way you used me as a pretext to steer the other detectives. Thanks? Well, being forced to listen to your constant teasing must have paid off. Wonderful. Sarcasm is always a good sign. Keep that mindset and use it to sharpen your skills as a detective. Though, of course, your head will be on the chopping block if you don't manage to find a hidden passage. Are you alright with that? Sure. Well, yeah, my mind's set on this. If we do nothing, I die alongside the rest. Better to take a gamble and bank on the remote chance that there really is a secret way out. Well, if we detectives don't act, well, how else are we going to prevent tragedies? Well, looks like the guest rooms on the second floor have the exact same layout as the ones on the first. Oh, yeah? You think they're the same size, too? I should have snapped a pic of the blueprints while I had the chance. The dimensions and decor are exactly the same. The doors, however, are a bit crooked compared to those on the ground floor. Hence why they're hard to open, said the girl in response to downtown. So, TLDR, they just straight up weren't put in right. This place is like super swanky though. Why get sloppy with only the doors? Wait, hold up. Did you figure that out just by looking? Damn, girl, that's crazy.
Bookie's abilities allow her to recall anything, even after a simple glimpse. If she states as much, then it must be true.
Abilities? Like some kind of superpower? No, total recall is rare, but not impossible. It's classified in medical fields as highly superior autobiographical memory, or hyperthymesia.
Lady Bookworm, you are a marvel. Consider me astounded.
Da-da-da. Huh? She seems upset about something.
Mind the volume if you would. This ability requires complete concentration. With that, the surveillance camera has been installed in the corner of the room. Let us proceed to the next. Oh, in the bedrooms, huh? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... Oh, that feels creepy.
So all the bedrooms are surveillance camera? We checked the other rooms, and as Bookworm said, they all share the same arrangement. Aside from that, we find nothing of note. The only oddity is that the doors to every room are crooked in comparison to those on the first floor, a fact Bookworm had also pointed out. I was so busy searching for Senior Detective that I didn't realize yesterday, but they really are hard to open. It's impossible not to notice now.
Pray tell, wherefore are these doors askew? They prove quite a challenge to open.
Isn't this manor built on, like, a volcano or something? Maybe there was an earthquake and everything got all bent out of shape. Oh, wait. The manor is built on a volcano? Apparently. I'm just telling you what I heard from the chief. Well, in that case, why would this island of all places be chosen as the DA's headquarters? Well, I mean, an island with a volcano on it is like mondo dangerous, so most people wouldn't want to live here, right?
More topography is optimal for warding off intruders, thus making it a prime hideout locale. Its inhospitality, though, is a double-edged sword. Then the knave who slipped into our high command and slew the research facility members is quite formidable indeed. We must needs remain vigilant. Or perhaps they had no need to sneak in at all. Whatever the case, on to the next location. Well, that'd be a second floor living room. I noticed something strange as we follow the convoluted hallway toward the living room. Huh? Who left this door open? We pass through the open door and enter the room. Apart from the lack of a fireplace, its layout is identical to the living room on the first floor.
It seemed empty, so it was glossed over during yesterday's sweep. But upon closer inspection, it's obviously bizarre compared to the others. This room is, like, lame. Like, where's all the furniture? Just looking at it is a total snooze fest.
The furnishings consist solely of this table and these chairs, all of which are bolted to the floor. How very intriguing.
Given the size of this room, it's hard to imagine it'd be suitable for anything other than meetings. What purpose could it normally serve? Look over there. Incompetent. The west-facing door is being held open.
By... what is that?
Well, yeah, you're right.
Oh, it's a rope. Coming through the wall?
Well, yeah, you're right. There's a rope connecting the handle to the wall. But what for? None of the others are like this.
Oh, yay, this room? Oh, no, this room. Oh, no. Please don't lock and we're stuck here or we're gonna die. Oh, starve or whatever.
It could just be to keep it from closing. Or perhaps there's another mechanism involved.
I'm growing more and more confused. And on top of it, the room had another stark difference to set it apart from the rest.
Achoo! You good, Bookworm? What's with this room, anyway? I feel like I'm in a walk-in fridge. Yeah, so do I. Maybe it gets a lot of cross-ventilation? Ugh, my legs are freezing up. What is there, a hole in the floor or something?
She's right. It feels like there's wind circulating around my feet.
Hi! Welcome in, it's Wolf.
This room is drafty, and the manor is at a high altitude. That would explain why it's especially cold in here. If we investigate in these conditions for too long, it might end up affecting our health.
Shudder. Well, Doleful, what's wrong? Are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I've been feeling nauseous ever since we entered this room.
Doleful's face is losing its color. He looks even paler than back when we were attacked by that black machine. Is the cold getting to him, or is he sensing some kind of danger?
Well, hey Mystic, wasn't there a wood stove downstairs? Why don't we bring it up here?
An excellent idea. Nothing good will come of investigating at these temperatures. Let us retrieve it at once. We should probably all go together so no one gets trapped in here.
Bet. Like, for real. Why keep the door open when it's this cold? Whoever runs this place has an IQ lower than the temperature in here.
Then allow me to remedy the situation.
No! No! No, Armor! I love you, but why'd you do that, Armor? No!
Armor approaches the west-facing door, then brings his hand down the rope, connecting the handle to the wall, severing it. The danger magnet feeling nauseous. I'm just, right? I was like, no, we should have all just safely backed out of this room together to get the stove. His cutting edge is as impressive as always. Just what is that armor made of? There. The door may now be sealed. This should lessen the chill. Armor makes his triumphant proclamation, then begins to close the door, but not one moment later.
Oh, wait. This gives me a bad feeling.
Doleful sprinting toward Armor, Armor tilting his head, the door creaking shut. I see it all in slow motion as sparks explode in my mind. And then, right before my eyes... Ah, what was that? No, right? No, right? Right? Did I not say last one? I'm like, man, I sure hope nothing comes to Doleful. Doleful is pierced by a bed of slender spikes. Safely pierced, right? Safely pierced just through his clothing and not his flesh or blood or skin or please don't. No. No. He crumbles limply to the ground, blood dripping from his mouth like an open faucet. And now we're going to rewind time like Poopuki does because we have that ability, right? Once again, I'm forced to watch as I lose yet another friend. No!
I sat back to focus to see Dolfo standing in front of me, unharmed. Oh, okay, good. Good. Just premonition. That's right, because we have future premonition thoughts. So I have to beat this room or Dolfo dies, okay. I feel slightly better. Let's do this. Oh, incompetent? Hey, kiddo, sit on the table and don't move. Dolfo's safe and sound. What was that? What's going on? What did I just see? You predicted a future tragedy with your denouement. Quick, Watto, save Dolfo. Well, not good. Dazed, I darted across the floor and shoved Dolfo. Dolfo and I toppled to the ground, and the very next moment, sharp spikes shoot from the floor beside us. If I hadn't pushed him, Dolfo would have just been impaled the way I witnessed. That was a close call. Way too close.
What artifice is this? The moment I closed the door, spikes sprung forth from below.
But obviously, you shouldn't have done that. Go open the other door and let's bounce already.
Forgive me, but no matter how much force I muster, it refuses to budge.
How about the window? Armor, go first. Armor frantically twists the handle on the east side of the room, but to no avail. Our situation is getting more dire by the second. It wasn't just one time. More spikes are popping up from the edge. Oh, it ain't over yet? No! Dolfo's right. Spikes are bursting up in the ranks from the western side of the room. At this rate, we'll soon run out of space, and that'll be the end of us. We have to do something, but what? Holmes, what should we do? If this keeps up, none of us are going to make it out. Get a hold of yourself, Watto, or they'll catch you talking to me. Why worry about that right now? This is life or death here, I'm shouting out loud. Exactly, it's life or death. That's why I'm telling you to remain calm. Holmes draws her face so close to mine that our noses nearly touch, shocking me into silence as she continues speaking. If you lose your composure now, you won't be able to avoid this tragedy. Pay close attention to Mystic Detective. Despite the rest of us panicking, Mystic and Bookworm remain calm and collected.
Bookie, what changes have occurred in this room?
There are gaps in the floorboards for the spikes to emerge from. That might be why the room is so cold, the girl said, relaying her observations.
I see. So, just like the chandelier, this trap is not single use. Rather, it can be reset and triggered repeatedly. In which case, the arrangement of the furniture in the center must hold some particular meaning.
Mystic takes Bookworm by the hand and starts giving us orders.
Bookie, everyone get on top of the table and chairs.
Uh-huh. But if we stay in the middle of the room, the spikes will reach us in no time, but it's higher elevation, the spikes don't go up that much, so probably get like a poked foot, but it's better than, no body.
Trust in me, this will save us, of that I am certain.
We all exchange glances before making up our minds. I don't know why this photo is super cute. Per Mystic's orders, we scrambled to climb the chairs, huddling together on the narrow table. Spikes sprout up from the floor at a rapid pace, steadily heading our way. This won't work. The table and chairs are enough to stop this kind of momentum. We're about to get skewered. I can't look. Unable to take it, I close my eyes, but then... It's alright to be afraid, but don't look away. Mystic Detective speaks from beside me, and my eyes shoot open.
Only a reckless fool doesn't fear death, but to avert one's gaze out of fear is above all a fruitless endeavor. To become a true detective, incompetent, you must press on in the face of mortality, for a detective must always conquer their fear of death.
Conquer my fear of death?
Only in doing so can the truth be ascertained. Now, keep your eyes open and behold.
Oh, what if we hop when the spikes go up? Every time, right? The spikes are in front of our nose. Oh, actually, we'd break that table for sure. Armor has armor on. The spikes are in front of our noses at this point, leaping out with so much force that I can feel them part my hair. Oh, okay. My body instinctively lurches toward the exit on the eastern end of the room. Visions of yesterday's victims flash spontaneously in my mind. People die. Everyone does, no matter how heroic they are, or how storied and accomplished. I'd never been made to confront this obvious truth before. I'd go so far as to say that no one living a normal life truly understands it. How can they? It just goes to show how little ordinary people have to deal with human mortality. Well, oh snap. These spikes are almost here. Maybe I should text down my will or something.
Do not utter such words of ill portent, Lady Downtown. Rest assured, should this table succumb to spikes, I shall shield us all.
Well, I doubt it's alright. I don't sense any more threats. It'll be okay. It has to be. Around me, everyone voices their concerns. We could all be impaled in a matter of moments. Even after all the carnage these detectives have seen, it's only natural for them to be afraid. And yet, no one tries to flee. They all have the courage they need to overcome their fears. I want to be brave like all the others, but I have to find this courage on my own. Alright, well, I refuse to run. I dig my nails in and will my legs to stop shaking, then turn toward Mystic and speak in a clear voice. Well, Mystic, I'm sorry for letting my anxiety get the best of me. I won't bury my head in the sand again. I'll face my fear, all the way to the end.
There's a spark in your eyes. I can see now why Holmes is so fond of you. However, the truly terrifying part is yet to come. Hold your gaze to the very last moment.
Okay, I will. I don't know why, but this is reminding me of like the Undying fight in Undertale. The cold, lifeless spikes stand right there before us. The next place they strike will be right through the table, stealing us along with it. But at that moment, the inexplicable occurs. Huh? Well, the spikes get past the table. No way. Is this like some kind of magic trick?
Sir Mystic, are you perchance a genuine practitioner of the arcane arts? I bid you instruct me on your secrets to spike evasion.
There's no such thing. Use your brain for once, said the girl, profusely irritated at the moronic excuse of a detective. As they banter, the spikes continue piercing up in every spot except the table and the chairs. So, but how do we stop it? I guess we reach over and pull the rope again? In a few minutes, the entire room is crowded with spikes, the only exception being where we currently sit. These chairs and table are the only safe zone. I shudder as I recall how we almost ran to the corners of the room. If we hadn't followed Mystic's lead, we would just be a pile of skewered corpses right now. It's a miracle that we made it out. The only question I have is, how did he know where to go? I mean, it was, what, the only option?
Incompetent detective, can you guess how I surmise that this location be out of harm's way?
Okay, I'm gonna go with no holes in the table. I haven't the slightest idea. Doleful notices how hard I'm struggling to answer and whispers into my ear. How did Armor get to be a detective, especially at his rank? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Like, it says like his intelligence ain't there, but his strength is, but I don't really know how far strength takes you in detective agencies. I mean, apparently it takes you to like 33 or whatever his number is. Well, there's an easy clue if you approach it with a cool head. The biggest hint was the lack of furniture. Huh? The lack of furniture? What do you mean? Well, let's say this room was fully furnished, and the trap was activated, filling the room with the spikes. What do you think would have happened? Well, the furniture would all get destroyed. I mean, those things are coming out with a lot of force. Oh, I get it. Well, that's why there's no furniture, except for the chairs and table, that is. There you go. Now let's take it from the opposite angle. There must be a reason why the chairs and table didn't break when the trap is triggered. They're also bolted down to the floor. That means it's important to note that they have to remain in the exact position. Also from that, you can assume that the spikes won't hit where the chairs and table are.
Well done, Doleful Detective. As you said, if you think about it calmly, it's hardly a difficult problem to solve. Most, however, fearing death, would flee in a panic towards the corners, leaving them trapped with no option but to await their demise.
What the F? Whoever designed this manner's got, serious issues.
Sir Mystic, your nimble insight saved our lives. 1,000 Gramercies, my good man. Think nothing of it. It is, after all, human nature to protect your companions, is it not? But remember this, the trepidation within the hearts of man often obscures the facts. I too was once imprisoned by it, committing a grave error as a result. Thus, do I now hone my knowledge so as to better face the supernatural and occult.
Armor says the armor he wears is passed down his family, so nepotism? You know what? Yeah, probably.
For every deadlock, there is a ray of hope to be found. It is vital that a detective will have the will to defy fear and pursue the truth.
In time, the spikes recede into their cavities beneath the floor, and the room returns to how it was before. It looks as though nothing had happened at all. No one would believe me if I told them there were spikes ready to burst from the floor.
Everyone, heartily, do I cry you mercy?
Armor leaps to the floor and prostrates himself before us. Sorry is not gonna cut it, tin for brains. Quit being such a reckless bozo for once. Well, hey, go easy on the guy. Armor closed the door out of concern for our well-being. Let's just leave it at that.
This rust bucket gets away with
everything, because you guys keep coddling him. Screw your bro code and show him some tough love. The three of us stand in a row before the peeved-off downtown, heads bowed in apology. Nothing but imbeciles wall to wall, the girl said, glowering at the men with scorn in her eyes.
Mind your words. It is a splendid quality to have strength to speak so casually after such a close encounter with the Reaper. That Holmes. It would seem she left us quite a parting gift, has she?
We use our D-pads to notify the other detectives about the trap on the second room living floor. Also, per downtown's suggestion, we rig the door so it'll stay open on its own. What are you digging? What are you digging into the floor? I'm putting a wooden block in here so we can use it as a doorstop. You know, so it stops the door from closing. Duh. Kusasoda, welcome in. She shoves a chunk of wood Armor had shaved into a cube into the hole. Part of the block juts out of it, preventing the door from shutting. You missed me, shutting down because I thought Doleful was about to die. I thought Doleful had died and I was freaking out. It's pretty sturdy, so long as it stays put. Even a strong shove wouldn't close the door. This should keep things safe. Well, I get it. This is way simpler than securing it with a rope. Not to mention more reliable. Go me, right? I've got tons of younger siblings, so we'd always watch doors open like this. Helps keep them from smacking into stuff. Of course, I get zero privacy though.
It is true that the children often injure themselves on doorknobs. I find this to be an excellent solution.
You never know what life experiences may come in handy. We ensure the door won't close and set off the trap, then leave the door behind. After we finish setting up the surveillance cameras, we decide to have dinner in the dining room. Oh yeah, Kusoda, how was your trip? Did you have fun? Once again, we gather around the refectory table, salivating in the anticipation of Gourmet's cooking. Nope, prevented the dead body. Prevented Doleful from dying, and I'm very happy that that was prevented. And so far, they're just setting up security cameras. Techie, the man of the hour, takes a seat of honor. His PC is connected to his tablet as he clatters away the keyboard. He appears to be setting things up so that all the cameras can be monitored from the tablet. My curiosity gets the best of me, so I go over to see what he's doing. Well, how's it going? Does it look like the cameras are going to function all right? Yes. In fact, the one in the entrance hall is already operational. Take a look. Techie takes his tablet off the table and shows it to me. There on display is the entrance hall, the manor's sole means of entry and exit. With this, we should be able to prevent the culprit from sneaking out of here. Oh, dang! This is one killer setup you got here. Betcha I could make a transmitter so we can radio back to HQ. What do you say? That's beyond my capabilities. I just combined the phone's recording functions with a D-pad's comm system. It was nothing special, really. So modest. Security cams, instant footage. I could never make stuff like this. Instant noodles, and that's something I excel at. Oh, come off it, will ya? This food look like instant noodles to ya? I mean, get a load of this feast. This game is wild. Oh, I'm excited. Rowdy's right. While there are fewer dishes than last night, everything is brand new and they all look delicious. See, that's why I like all these visual novels. They can go off the walls. They don't care, and it's fun. The crystal clear soup in particular is exquisite, with its flavorful seafood stock. Oh, the flavorful broth, the melt-in-your-mouth fish. It's delicious. I'm amazed he made this with so few ingredients and seasonings. Oh, stop with the praise, or I'll turn res a beat. I'll have you know this is a very simple dish. There was plenty of fish in the freezer, so I went ahead and simmered it nice and slow. The trick to a delicious meal isn't being picky about ingredients, it's patience, thoroughness, time, and effort, just like an investigation. So nobody gets frustrated over not finding the hidden passage today, okay? Upping the heat on a soup you've labored over will only spoil it. I'm totally down to be locked up in here for a few more days if it means we get to eat like this every night. Likewise. The gang's all here and the party never stops. It's almost like we're on vacation. Have some decorum, you two. Especially you, downtown. You nearly died in a trap today. Then there's a chandelier, and who knows what else. It's far too dangerous here. Hence, why we must find that hidden passage and escape pronto. Aw, get a stick out of your butt, Pashi. Some casual chit-chat might bring up a few good ideas for finding that hidden passage. Like, quit being so serious and chill. You know that word, chill? A simple life would be if idle chatter produced quality thoughts. Well, I for one think downtown might be onto something. What? Please, enough with your jests. But aren't you aware, Posh? Solving cases via conversation is how downtown has moved up the ranks. It's her primary weapon, so to speak. Conversation a weapon? Is this meant to be some sort of jab against high society? Not at all. I'm merely stating the facts. Answer me this, incompetent. When you need to think, which works better for you? Hiding away someplace quiet or traversing busy streets? Well, some are quiet. I can't collect my thoughts when I'm walking around, let alone through a busy area. I thought as much, but the data still shows that many distinguished business leaders prefer the latter, livelier option. Wait, really? Oh yeah, serial killer man. Yeah, they're like, man, there sure is a serial killer loose here. Doubt it's serial killer man, but I also doubt serial killer man, but I'd still be concerned being locked with serial killer man. Why would that be? I simply cannot comprehend. Explain it in nobleman's terms, if you please. It's because it provides your brain with the appropriate amount of stimulation. Obviously, background noise will distract you if you need to concentrate. But if you want to broaden your mind, too much focus can work against you. It's as Renegade says, the brain is most active with new stimuli. So continuous engagement, i.e. talking, makes it easier to develop fresh ideas. The more we converse, the easier it is for each of us to share what we know. This facilitates an otherwise neglected exchange of information. In fact, downtown is only the third fastest in the DA at solving cases. Nice! Way to go, downtown. Only founding detective Vidok V. Founding detective V and Ideal, our de facto chief, exceed her. Downtown deepens her interactions with others, both to her benefit and theirs. This social deduction is highly regarded within the DA. To think so much thought lies behind that method. There's far more to you than meets the eye. Well, I mean, it's not like I put that much thought into it. My head just goes into sleep mode if there's no tea to spill. You know how in mysteries a side character will say whatevs and something clicks into place? That's why I prefer group chats over going solo. Armor's back.
Social deduction, is it?
I return to my seat. Armor sits next to me, deep in thought.
I too must devise a unique deduction technique of my own.
Well, if the idea is to stimulate your brain, maybe some light exercise could help you clear your mind.
Aha! Workout deduction, magnificent! I shall put it to the test this very night.
Just remember not to focus too much on the exercise, or you'll forget to do any actual thinking.
But to train is a battle against the self. Would it not prove fatal to ruminate on idle thoughts in the heat of combat?
Well, if that's the way you see it, maybe you just aren't cut out for this. It's a bit tricky to get right. I worked a case with Downtown before, and she's actually pretty attentive to her surroundings. You could say she has a knack for picking up on social cues. Anyway, it's obvious she excels at talking to people without bothering them.
Come to think of it, when I reproached myself after we eluded the spike trap, she chided me for it, preventing me from growing overly dispirited. Okay. I love Downtown, so if we can stop, make it seem like she's about to die, let's not make it seem like she's about to die, okay? Well, she also scolded us back when Holmes died. That's Downtown's way of being kind, I'm sure of it. Alright, about that. I'm just gonna come out and say it, since it's you incompetent. But Downtown's friend was actually killed by the quartering Duke. Shouldn't Downtown have told me that, not you, Doleful? It's why she gets so weirdly fixated on camaraderie. Wait, the quartering Duke killed her friend? Watch it be like one of the bunnies or the other thing that I killed. Cough, cough. Huh? Someone's coughing echoes in the dining room. Bookworm is covering her mouth, looking pale in the face. Mystic stands behind her, patting her back with concern. Are you all right, Bookie? You have just endured a distressing experience. There is no need to push yourself if you are unable to eat. It's fine. After all the effort that went into this food,
It would be a shame not to enjoy it, said the girl, taking up her spoon.
As long as it's not character development. Okay, yeah. There's no need to put on a tough front with me. Even in the Detective Alliance, your powers of recollection are superb. Yesterday's gruesome scene, today's deadly trap. It's a small wonder that you're at your limit after witnessing such horrors in quick succession.
Mystic gives a gentle smile as he takes Bookworm's trembling hands into his own. She gives him a silent nod before two of them stand.
Our apologies for leaving early, but we will be retiring for the night. You may leave your plates where they are. I will return to clean them up. No, don't do that, because I'm going to automatically clean it. Bookworm is a kid who just went through a death trap. I understand she's, like, not in the good mood.
Oh, is Bookworm okay? The food wasn't poisoned, was it?
Nothing of the sort, I can assure you. To be brief, it is an adverse effect of our memory.
An adverse effect?
I shall explain another time. Again, our apologies for disturbing you all. Please continue dining.
With that, they leave the room. Everyone's minds must be on Mystic and Bookworm. Our chatter dies down as we eat in silence. Afterward, we all pitch in to clean up before going our separate ways. Oh, incompetent. Are you busy after this? Gourmet calls to me right before I leave. Techie is with her, balancing his tablet and laptop on his knees. These two make a bit of an odd couple. Well, I thought about taking a look at the study, but I don't really have anything planned. So, like, what's up? We want to set up our table in the living room, so we can check the security cams, but we need one of the guys to help us move the furniture. Armor and Dolfo both refused. They were worried they would inadvertently break my electronics. Oh, yeah, they might have a point there. I'd be happy to help. I can picture Armor snapping the tablet with his brute strength, or Dolfo tripping over and ripping out the cords. How cold. You ought to extend that invitation to me. No. We exchanged a glance at the unexpected words from this equally unexpected person. Oh, you want to help too, renegade detective? As long as Bookworm stays alive, you'll be happy. God, if she dies, that'd be so sad. Why the surprise? Didn't I say my hobby is volunteering back when we first met? I can't help but help when I see someone struggling. It's in my nature. In fact, it's the reason I became a detective. It's striking how insincere he sounds. As usual, I can't get a read on him. But many hands make light work, so it can't hurt to say yes, right? Well, thanks. Okay then, let's head to the living. I'll help as well. I do have some seniority here after all. Oh, Workaholic, you're still here. I reflexively jump back, surprised to see Workaholic next to me. I've been here the whole time. Seems I don't make much an impression. It kind of stings, actually. You make an impression on me because I really do think you're the Duke. Oh, well, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, we'd appreciate the hand. So many nice young men helping out. This will make setting at the table a breeze. Tablet. Thanks, everybody. Let's head to the living room. Gourmet pushes Techie's wheelchair out of the room. I start following after them, but when my hand touches the door... Don't worry. I'm not up to anything. Promise. So you say, but talk is cheap. I sense a palpable tension between Workaholic and Renegade. Did something happen earlier this afternoon? I'm curious, but I'm also too cowardly to ask, so nope. All the surveillance cameras are in position. Thank you for your help, everyone. Oh yeah, I have a horrible sinking feeling that Mystic is going to die protecting Bookworm, because obviously he wants his adoptive daughter to live, and he's willing to risk his life to protect her. And I'm going to be sad if and when that happens. Having rearranged the living room furniture, installed the cables, and set up the tablet on the table, our work is finally done. It's now 9 p.m. The room's layout made wiring things difficult, so the process wound up taking much longer than we had anticipated. How do we view what the cameras are recording? You can use a tablet on the table for that. Okay, so the fireplace. I think it's okay. Got it. There's an overview of the surveillance feed on the home screen. Just tap 1 to expand the video. Oh, Rowdy, combat training in our room again, I see. We can't hear anything, but look how hard she's going at it. Classic Rowdy. Wait, there's no sound? Correct. I couldn't get clear audio out of the smartphone speaker, so I gave up on it. It's a bit of a relief to hear that it isn't recording sound. It means I can speak with Holmes in my room without anyone finding out. Great work, Techie. This means nearly every room is covered by a camera, doesn't it? I'll loop in the other detectives regarding this update via D-pad. Hopefully, these cameras will be enough of a deterrent to prevent any further casualties. Right. There's no way the no sound thinks is like just a coinciding. Well, it should be monitored, seeing as even our rooms are being monitored. Trying to go after anyone now would basically be confessing that you're the Duke. Right. Thanks for the reassurance, Competent. Techie, you've been so distracted by your work, you've hardly eaten. Why don't you head to the dining room and I'll fix a meal for you? If you really don't mind, then sure, please. Thank you. Gourmet pushes Techie's wheelchair and the two of them head towards the dining room. I decide that this is as good as a time as any to take a shower. But just before I turn to go, Renegade Detective blocks my path. He flashes his iconic shady smile. So, about Senior Detective's killer. What do you two make of it? Workaholic steps in front of Renegade Detective as if to shield me. He answers in a cold voice that betrays his usual calm demeanor. That's rather abrupt of you to ask. Sorry, but I have no comment to give at the moment. Why not? Shouldn't fellow detectives share their insights? I'd agree, but for that bad habit of yours, even after finding the truth, you continue to pick it apart. Do away with that, and then we can talk. How insulting. You wound me. Well, come on, guys. It's hard to believe how sour the mood got the moment Gourmet and Techie left. It seems the unease I sensed earlier wasn't just my imagination. Like I thought, something must have happened between these two. Are they secretly brothers and that Renegade killed the parents and Workaholic's very upset? What do you think, Incompetent? Is the Quartering Duke really among us? Well, I can't say anything for sure yet, but I want to believe he isn't. Oh, you want to believe, do you? And why is that? Well, we're all on the same team, for one thing. I don't like the idea of having to suspect my fellow detectives. Such a pure answer. Makes me tingle. But don't you find it strange? Those of us who were summoned to this island have close to nothing in common. Huh? Is that really strange? He's right, there's no consistency in our ages, genders, or ranks with the organization. I'd assumed the group was assembled for its diversity and range of abilities, but now that he mentions it, it's a bit odd. I think he is both a renegade Both a detective and a serial killer. Isn't Renegade the same age as Wata and Workaholic? Oh, okay, then, I mean, could still be brothers. Yeah, because he's the younger. I'm like, if he's the older, then absolutely not, because he murdered the parents, but I don't know. No guess as to why we're all chosen. Workaholic detective? You were in charge of keeping touch with Holmes, so you must have heard something. If I had, I would have told everyone. The initial selections was carried out by... How am I supposed to pronounce this? Vidok? 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 The founder of our organization. I'm gonna call him Vidok, because it sounds fancy. I doubt even the chief, let alone us, knew much about it. I see. So that settles it for now. Though I did discover that there is something we all have in common while rummaging through the documents in the study. Well, something we all have in common? Being detectives? Upon my asking, Renegade Detective withdraws a notebook from his pocket, explaining away as he flips through the pages. It's kind of like a serial killer understands serial killers, so a serial killer can be a detective for other serial killers. Like Dexter or Hannibal or I mean, I guess technically Will-ish, but like that kind of theme they're going with him. First, let's assume that the Dayless Night incident 13 years ago had an influence on the Quartering Duke cases. Oh, you mean the failed large-scale terror attack attempt from that new religious movement? Well, what do they have to do with the Quartering Duke? A whole lot of things, actually. But I'd say there are 2 points that are easy to grasp. First, a mysterious figure known as Lucifer claimed credit for the Dayless Night incident, after which he had planned to incite mass murder nationwide. If not for Vidok, Senior and Co., the carnage would surpass the Dukes. Doesn't that make it seem like the Dukes are following up Lucifer's lead? Another clue, the neurotoxin made by those behind the Dayless Night incident was also used in the Quartering Duke's killings. It can't be manufactured at an individual scale, so it's safe to assume the remnants of that new religious movement are working with the Duke. Well, Workaholic Detective, any objections to my theory so far? No, your observations are astute. I too think there's a connection between the Quartering Duke and the Dayless Night incident. Renegade Detective smiles contentedly at Workaholic's words before continuing with his explanation. That's when I realized every detective on this island just may be linked to either a Quartering Duke case or the Dayless Night incident. Huh? Linked? In what way exactly? As I said, Senior helped solve the Dayless Night incident. Moreover, Gourmet, Workaholic, Doleful, and Rowdy Detective all lost family that day. Dang, okay, alright. How do you know about that? Why do you think I was holed up in the study for so long? Reading through pile after pile of precious Detective Alliance documents takes time. Obviously, there's no information that directly ties to anyone, but for me, it was all too easy to piece together, like finding a treasure trove. I know, everyone told me. I really thought Kyutaro was so dead the moment I saw him, so I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do a dumb voice because I don't have to worry about him. And then he kept living. He just would not die. And I was like, And I didn't know if I should stick with it or not until I was like, don't do it anymore, stop it. I'm like, okay, fine. But again, I still don't have as much love for Kyutaro as others because I didn't get good Kyutaro scenes. I got bad Kyutaro scenes, so yeah. So that's why he didn't help the search in the manor. You had your own private investigation. You had your own investigation. Prying into private affairs is a sort of pastime, you know. You really do say the darndest things. Isn't conducting an earnest investigation the proper course for a detective? Well, what about everyone else? I don't know much about the Dayless Night incident, aside from what I've seen on TV. Bookworm is a victim of a case caused by a remnant of that religious movement. Mystics solved it and adopted her after. Talk about going the extra mile. And Chippewa downtown. Her best friend was slain by the Quartering Duke. I'll bet she hates the guy more than anyone else. Well, so downtown lost her best friend to him? Yeah, I do feel like that game does not reward you for being nice. It's like, ugh, you want to help a friend? Well, too bad. Friend is dead now. Enjoy. It's like what Doppel said during dinner. Thinking back, I did feel a sense of rage coming from someone whenever the Quartering Duke came up. It was downtown. The girl who knows how to read a social situation. She must have been forcing a cheery smile to avoid spreading any negativity. I still haven't figured out the connections for you, Holmes, Posh, Tech, or Armor. But I'm sure there must be something. The horrible scene from 10 years ago resurfaces in my mind. If that confinement incident is connected to the Dayless Night or the Quartering Duke, then both Holmes and I fit into Renegade's theory. I feel as if there's something I'm still struggling to remember. Something I can't afford to forget. Whatever the case, I have no doubts as to why we were all brought to this island. Now, fellow members of the Detective Alliance, let us work together to solve the Quartering Duke case. All for one and one for all. You have some nerve to say that for spewing enough nonsense to have incompetent jumping at every shadow now. You act as though life comes cheap. I will never approve of someone like you, who treats murder cases like entertainment. Wouldn't me more, why don't you? I value life more deeply than anyone else, you know. I swear it by all that is holy. Oh, the hair bow or the weird tattoo that looks like fang marks? Renegade's glib words sound recited like lines from a play. It's little wonder that the vein is pulsing on mild-mannered workaholic's temple. What Renegade said is true, incompetent. Many detectives here are tied to the Dayless Night incident and its heir, the Quartering Duke. To put it plainly, it'd be no surprise for one of us to be the Quartering Duke. We must determine who is friend and who is foe. That of course applies to me as well. I always figure the two of us wouldn't see eye to eye. What if we just take serial killer's glasses and be like, look, you get this back if you're good, okay? Renegade Detective lets out a disinterested yawn as he heads to the exit. Detectives are egotistical by nature. From Sherlock Holmes to Kogoro Akechi, they're all more selfish than any criminal could be. A detective doesn't care who's friend or foe. What matters is whether one finds fulfillment while being true to oneself, no? That's not true. I'm currently dealing with a detective who's very concerned if the truth is friend or foe. Of course, it's in our best interest to help one another, and we should do so as much as we can. But living like one should die for others makes one unfit to be a detective. I'm talking about you, workaholic, you upright family man. I don't need to take this from an outcast like you. Watch yourself, or you'll end up revealing your true colors. Renegade makes his way out of the living room, laughing uproariously all the while. Once it's just the two of us, Workaholic lets loose a deep sigh, sitting down right where he is. Why must everyone be so selfish? I feel as though my stomach is doing flips. Well, are you okay? I got medicine for that if you need it. Thanks, incompetent, but it's quite alright. Adults always have such things on hand. Sorry you had to see me and Renegade lock horns like that. We had a disagreement earlier today, and we've been at it ever since. Oh, so that's what happened. It figures. Renegade Detective seems to be the obstinate type, and yet... Is that all there really is to it? It's hard to believe that their bad blood is only due to conflict of opinion. Of course, now probably isn't the time to pry into it. Well, I'm going to clock out for the day. Regardless of how many cameras we've installed, it's still dangerous to be on your own. Please, be careful. Yeah, I will. Thanks, Workaholic. Now alone in the room, I lean back in my chair, letting my mind linger on things Workaholic had said. Well, it's okay, so determine who is friend and who is foe, huh? I look at the security feeds on the tablet and see the detectives in their rooms, each of them passing time in their preferred way. Downtown does her nails, whereas Rowdy is training vigorously. Armor sits cross-legged in meditation. Doleful is dozing in bed while Posh pens a letter. Everyone has their own circumstances. Each is living accordingly to their own ideals. I refuse to even entertain the idea of one of them being the quartering duke. Oh, I hope you all make it out alive. Me too, kiddo. My honest feelings slip out of my mouth. I'm startled when they receive a reply. Such splendid aspirations. Perhaps the title of ideal detective suits you better than it does me. Holmes? She floats over to my side, pressing close to me. It's not as though I can feel the weight of her body, but strangely enough, it still makes me feel kind of relaxed and warm. Well, you've been gone for a while now. Where were you hiding? Despite only existing in the realm of thought, it seems I too experienced fatigue. My mind dozed off for a time, not dissimilar to taking a nap. Well, so basically, you still need to get some rest every once in a while. There's still much to unpack, but it would appear so, yes. Much like the human body, my consciousness shuts down for 6 to 8 hours a day. Since you mentioned not seeing me, I must assume that I'm not visible to you during this period. Quite an odd arrangement, I must say. Well, that makes 3 rules we know about how Holmes functions. She can't be more than 3 meters away from me. Our minds are linked, so she shares my dreams and thoughts. And finally, her mind shuts down once a day for 6 to 8 hours, during which I can't see her. Oh, she's gonna shut down during a murder so she could see something, isn't she? So even as a living thought, she doesn't have free reign. Talk about inconvenient. Well, by the way, you said the culprit's still in the manor, right? That I did. What about it? Well, that would mean that it has to be someone in the Detective Alliance, right? Holmes' eyes go wide and she tilts her head in apprehension. Why ask now after all this time? Is someone acting particularly suspicious? Should you go watch Workaholic? Yes. Well, just the opposite. When I'm with everyone, all I can see is a group of individuals who are passionate about their convictions. I can't wrap my mind around the idea that one of them could be a serial killer like the Quartering Duke. Workaholic said I need to figure out who my enemies and allies are, but well, I have no clue. Am I just not cut out to be a detective? Do you want me to play it after I finish this part of the game? Or when I get close to the end of the stream? We can watch it together because I haven't seen it yet either. I saw it was out though and I was super excited. Is that what's troubling you? You truly are adorable. Yeah, because depending on what happens this chapter, because I want to stop around like 10 o'clock. If nothing important's happening, I stop around there. I was like, I want to definitely watch that. Is that what's troubling you? You truly are adorable. Yeah? Okay, cool. Holmes motions as if she was patting me on the head, smiling as she continues to speak. Consider this, Watto. Human beings cannot simply be divided into friends or foes. Let's say, for example, the mystic detective is the killer. Are you telling me this? Would you then call the way he saved you today an act of evil? Well, no, that isn't... Why are you hesitating? If he's the culprit, that makes him your sworn foe, doesn't it? Well, I can't condone murder, but I can't see him as my enemy either. I wouldn't judge him without knowing the relevant context first.
Even though you're dead, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I don't... Like, originally I was like, oh man, she's clearly the friend. But then she said, I am the friend. And now I'm like, you're not the friend. You're not our dead friend. You're somebody else I feel I'm worried about.
Well said. Good or evil, friend or foe. These denominations can always shift according to the situation and the point of view. I see why Workaholic suspects Renegade, but you needn't do the same with your fellow detectives. Watto, if you think you should trust them, do so. Well, the situation and the point of view, huh? She's right. I don't know what happened between Workaholic and Renegade, so I can't make any judgments. And that's to say nothing of how much I still don't know about the other detectives. I should start talking to each one of them so I can get to know their lives and personalities better. Looking to get to know the others better, A good call. Very much a you thing to do. I'm rooting for you, Watto. Oh, don't read my mind! There's no helping it. I hear you even when I don't want to. We're halves of a whole, you and I, 2 minds in one body. If nothing else, I will always be at your side, come with me. I would appreciate a little more trust on your part. Well, of course I trust you, Holmes. Holmes, you say? Nah. I hear a voice behind me and swivel around. Standing there is Mystic, a grim look upon his face. Just let me hallucinate in peace, okay? Ah, shoot, I completely dropped my guard. The sudden interruption sends my heart racing. I shoot Holmes a glance for guidance, but... Opportunity knocks. Why don't you go ahead and tell him about me? Holmes giggles next to Mystic, as if this whole situation doesn't concern her in the least. What have I gotten myself into? Wookie is asleep, so I decided to check on you. Well, only simple upon a chance finding. It's time you told me the full truth. Mystic Detective begins to approach me. I wonder if he'll believe me if I say I was just hallucinating like last night. Or maybe that I was thinking out loud. I don't know how to spin this. Indifferent to my panicking, Mystic Detective steps up and poses one simple question to me. Are you able to perceive Holmes' spirit? Huh? My voice cracks the unexpected accusation. Allow me to make some tea before we begin. How many sugars do you take? None for me, please. 1. Oh, I'm competent. If you want 3, take 3. Mystic Detective prepares tea for 2, and then seats himself on the sofa across from me. I had initially thought of him as gaudy, but looking at him now, he appears almost dignified. His actions in the trap room must have swayed me. Do not be troubled. I am not here to rebuke you in any way. Yes, you really should relax. Tensing up all the time is a really bad habit, you know. I want to blurt out that she's the reason I'm so tense, but I tamp it down before it leaves my throat. Holmes floats cheerfully around next to Mystic, relishing the fact that only I can see her. I finally realize how much more childish she is than my first impression of her. Is Holmes beside me right this moment? Well, how do you know? Oh, crap. Stupid me. I'm such a bad detective, I fell for that again. I stepped right into that one. There's no explaining my way out of this anymore. Right? Mystic feels like, you know, his ability lets him see ghosts or something. Mystic studies me, chuckling wryly at what I assume is whatever stupid expression I'm wearing right now. Your face is far too telling for a detective. Then again, perhaps that is a good thing. Well, how do you know I was able to see Holmes? Don't tell me. Can you see ghosts too? I cannot. Much as I sought to master the gift, it is not a simple one to acquire. I simply follow the movements of your line of sight. You are gazing at someone other than me, just as you had when you screamed last night.
While hallucinating, one's vision turns warped and unfocused. Therefore, I surmise that you were not delirious, but instead seeing clearly.
Well, wait, huh? Does that mean the others figured out I was lying too? If they realize I can see Holmes, they might even catch on to my denouement ability. If anyone finds out, you're certain to be eliminated, Watto. A chill runs through me as I recall Holmes' warning.
Fear not. The shifts were too subtle for them to catch. Regardless, their disbelief in ghosts make it unlikely they would have touched upon the truth. That effectively makes me the only person who could deduce that you were able to see the spirit of Holmes. So be at ease.
I feel like that means he's gonna die, right?
Mystic laughs as if this is all no big deal. He's so quick to catch on that it's actually kind of frightening.
Well, this would be a weird time to ask, but do ghosts actually exist?
What an odd question. You are able to see Holmes right next to me, are you not? Precisely, Watto. It's about time you accepted the fact that I am real instead of protesting. Holmes likes a Mystic to pressure me. He can't even see her, yet in a weird way, they're ganging up on me.
This isn't fair. Holmes is the only ghost he can see. Yeah, you would think he would see like 25 ghosts from the lab who all died over there. But I guess they can't move from there, maybe. I still feel like there'd be dead people here. Oh, Senior Detective. He's kind of close by. Well, yeah. I can see and hear her voice, but in the end, it really isn't much comfort. Holmes died right before my very eyes, so being reunited is hard to believe. I keep worrying it's all some convenient delusion.
Watto. I understand. You fear that you are falling prey to your own cognitive bias.
Big words.
It's not a difficult notion. In this case, it would apply if, in order to reach your favorite conclusion, you only sought out the facts that confirmed it. You desire to be reunited with Holmes. You want to believe the Holmes you see now is truly her, and so you seek affirmation, correct?
Yeah. It's just as Mystic says. I truly do hope that the Holmes I see now is actually her. Every piece of evidence she provides makes me believe she's the real Holmes, and that fills me with joy. Well, yeah, I believe that the Holmes I see now really is her, and I have the proof to support my thinking. But then, I think that maybe all the proof is no more than my generous interpretation of things. Meaning I can't really trust myself.
Most are unaware of their own biases, but as you are willing to objectively assess yourself, I would say you've little to worry about. Mystic Detective sighs in mild exasperation before patting me on the head. There's nothing else for it. I, Mystic Detective, shall personally instruct you on how to engage with the occult.
Engage with the occult?
Incompetent detective. Would you believe me if I said that vampires and werewolves do in fact exist?
I mean, probably. Huh? You mean the mythical monsters? Well, come on, there's no way that they're real. I say it as I talk about a ghost. Ah! Hold on, can I go back? No! Hold on, I know there's a dialogue button. Where's the dialogue button? I skipped. Also, I probably should save a little bit, huh? Everyone just loves giving competent head pats. Yeah. That button? No! Okay, I skipped words, but maybe it was not important.
The case of the vampire, in which bodies of young girls were found with their blood drained, or rather, consumed. And the case of the lycanthrope, in which the renowned literary scholar's body was found clawed to shreds in a quiet residential area.
Oh yeah, I know both the name of these famous cases, and now I see a commonality between the two.
Incompetent detective, do you know what these incidents have in common?
Both were inexplicably unsolved cases. I remember them trending online. The crime seemed so inhuman in nature that their investigations went cold.
Yes, but in reality, the culprits have been identified in both cases. The police simply avoided making it public.
Huh? Why would the police want to keep that under wraps?
Because the perpetrators were far too anomalous. Lugosi Kamaras, the culprit of the unsolved case of the vampire, suffers from, oh my god, facing the blood of women. The Hungarian police struggle to uncover the reason for the crime. They also have yet to arrest Kamaras, which shames them to this day. I'm sure we're confident can't say it either, so that fits, okay? It's a stylistic choice that I can't say it. I didn't realize a disease like that actually existed. Allotriophagy? Exceedingly rarely, but yes. Accessible examples can occasionally be found in shocking television features on people who eat dirt or iron.
Wait, isn't that Pika? I thought that was Pika.
You gonna see if it's real? Theories abound as to why, but Kamaras has a high red blood cell count, causing constant dehydration. His thirst for water and iron drove him to murder. It also gives him exceptional muscular endurance and regeneration. He is thus gifted with superhuman movement, with which he invades the police. Okay, that part I don't believe. It's real? Oh, dang. This sounds like something straight out of a comic book or a movie. Indeed. But this is reality. The crime took place over a decade ago, and Kamaras has been on the run ever since. A truly terrifying man. And yet, Miku Shizaki, the culprit behind the case of the lycanthrope, resolved by himself, is even more bizarre than Kamaras.
Huh? Even more than a vampire? What did they do?
Mystic clenches his fist, veins pulsing as he speaks. She raised her own daughter as a mere tool for revenge.
Her daughter? A tool for revenge? What does that even mean?
Do you know of the foot binding? Yeah, that's they don't want you to walk because they want to keep your feet small and unused to make it seem like you're a royal. In one foreign land, small feet were once so prized that youths were made to shape them by wearing specialized shoes.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
The shoes stunted bone growth, making the feet unnaturally tiny, right? I was like, no, they turned her Pecco. It's difficult to imagine now, but apparently the custom was seen as quite ordinary in this country, where small feet were so idolized. I like how we're not saying the country, even though we know the country is. In the same vein, many women suffer similarly torturous processes today, such as extreme dieting in the pursuit of unrealistic beauty. Shizaki followed the principles of foot binding by cramming her own daughter into a box. Instead of schooling, the girl was instructed on how to kill.
What?
In doing so, she created the world's smallest murderer, capable of slipping into dwellings through unbelievably tight spaces.
But, why would anyone do something so terrible? How could any human be that inhumane?
And that human was Kokoro. I'll spare you the details, but it was all due to mere envy. There are those who despise the success of others to the point of self-annihilation. The girl found in Shizaki's house had never had her hair or nails cut and was incapable of speech, no more than a beast in human form. The police couldn't even envision the outlandish truth. As such, no one listened to the victim's daughter who claimed the culprit was a werewolf. But when the DA sent me in, I believed the child solving the case. Had I not considered the possible existence of werewolves, it would have remained cold. Definitely Kokoro.
That must have been tough for the victim's daughter. No one believed her eyewitness's account of her father's killer.
Quite so. But if you were in the police's position, would you have humored the girl? So this is why he believes it's about the ghost. Okay, that makes sense. If you were told a crime was committed by a vampire or a werewolf, would you be ready to believe it?
Well... While they were obviously horrible stories, when I think back to my past experiences, I honestly can't criticize the police for their actions. If I had known nothing about the occult and only read about these cases, I likely would have brushed them off without ever knowing the insane reality.
It seems your way of thinking would have hardly differed from theirs.
Mystic gives a pained smile, as though he is peering right into my very soul.
You needn't be so hard on yourself about it. Most people scoff at the mere mention of the occult, which I think is quite natural. Just now, when I inquired about vampires and werewolves, you denied their existence.
Well, yeah, I know, I can't object to that. I'm no different from anyone else who immediately dismisses the occult. Yeah, that's true. Because Kurakawa's, didn't stay with her. Oh my god, Kokoro would have wanted Kurakawa to kill in the killing game, huh? Or I guess want to observe and see if, Kokoro would. Or Kurakawa would. And that's exactly how I'm treating the phenomena happening to me right now, too. Well, I probably thought about my current situation was also an impossible supernatural occurrence and laughed it off.
It's only natural to feel that way if you have not even a single person who believes in you.
But you believe in me. Aww. But please don't do that, because I feel like you're going to die if you say you believe in me.
If you'll permit me, incompetent detective, I believe you can see the deceased Holmes. She has a liking for honest men like yourself, after all.
Thanks. Yeah, that's reassuring to hear.
I take Mystic's outstretched palm and exchange a firm handshake with him.
If Kurakawa killed Kokoro, would have wanted to take her back? Yeah, probably. It feels as if a burden I've been shouldering off on myself has finally been removed.
As I have shown, the world is rife with that which can only be defined as supernatural. One can never see the truth if they are fettered by common nonsense. Thus, despite what mockery I may incur, I believe in the occult, never discounting any possibility. Only I, Mystic Detective, can fulfill this role.
I see no traces of gloom in Mystic's smile. The man before me, like Holmes, is another top-notch detective, willing to become a martyr for what he believes in. Well, Holmes said the same thing. Once the facts have disproven all their options, that which remains must also be fact.
Those are the very words I pass on to her. To think that little contrarian would grow into such a splendid individual.
Watch what you say, Mystic Detective. Holmes, had been floating lazily in the air, shoots down towards Mystic. Of course Mystic is entirely unperturbed since he can't actually hear her. Right? I'm like, Mystic, we've been talking to you for half an hour, and you're being all mentory and fathery and nice, like... Bro, don't, you'll die. Well, were you close to Holmes, Mystic?
When the detective alliance was established with her at its core, an associate of mine invited me to join. You could consider me a founding member.
Whoa, you're a founding member, Mystic? And the organization was established around Holmes.
Ah, did she not tell you? I warned her time and time again that being overly secretive would be her undoing. Forgive her. She means no harm, but she tends to take on far too much on her own. Her body is often unable to handle the strain.
Yeah, we know her body's sure to handle the strain very well.
Her efforts I love her face and staring at him. She's so upset. I love it.
What if they all die and they're all just ghost haunting me the entire game? That'd make me feel less bad when they die.
Her efforts eventually bore fruit, and she became chief of the Alliance in both name and deed. But to me, she'll always be a little crybaby.
Hey now, enough of this ancient history. Are you trying to make Watto disappointed in me? Holmes swings her fists in quick succession, failing to strike Mystic each and every time. It's cute to see her react in a way that matches her age in lieu of her usual cool self. Though, I can't really picture Holmes being a crybaby. I take it she's swinging her fists at me. Well, yeah, you're spot on.
Ever so quick to get physical. She never changes. How dearly I wish to see her once more. Confident being constantly annoyed by like 7 ghosts.
Holmes drops her fist, turning to face me. A hint of tears glints in her eyes. Watto, would you mind telling Mystic Detective something for me? Huh? Even though I'm the only one who can hear her, Holmes drifts close to me and whispers gently in my ear. Holmes, wants to tell you something, Mystic.
A message from my ideal detective. What did she say?
She says, I'm sorry we weren't able to solve the case of the vampire. All my resolve and determination has passed on to the incompetent now.
Foolish girl. Even after her own demise, she still only thinks of others. Listen to me, Holmes. Don't go resting in peace just yet. I swear that an incompetent detective and I will catch whoever killed you. When that moment comes, I would like for you to be there.
I'll be watching. You had better make sure to live a good long life, Mystic Detective. Why are we jinxing this poor man by saying these things over and over again? Mystic can't see Holmes, and yet they seem to look right into each other's eyes as they exchange words. I notice my drink is nearly empty. The hour is growing late. I should really finish my tea and rest up for now. When I raise my cup to my lips...
Ah, that reminds me, incompetent. Tell me, can you also predict the future?
I spit out my tea in an unexpected question. Did it switch eyes? I didn't notice.
Your reaction says it all. So it is indeed as I surmised.
What? How did you know? Was it my line of sight again?
No. Remember how you saved Doleful in the trap room today? Your actions tipped me off. Holmes is quite adept with her predictions, so I had an inkling. I can tell by your visage that you've yet to master the skill, however.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
He saw right through me.
Holmes said I can't let my enemies learn about this power. Thankfully, it's only Mystic, so I need to be more careful. Yeah, I'm thinking they probably just mirrored it when they needed him mirrored, and they didn't think anything of it. Well, it was per chance I was able to save Doleful. Learning how to use and control his power has been a real struggle for me.
What did Holmes say? Not to tell anyone.
Oh, but she has no interest in how it works.
As expected. And yet, if you do not grasp the principles behind it, you cannot wield it to its full extent. Such a troublesome child.
Rude. I mastered it perfectly well without understanding the mechanics. You should be more than capable of doing the same, Watto. Holmes purses her lips in protest while Mystic Detective lets out a laborious sigh. Needless to say, her words don't reach him. We had a premonition of him dying by being spiked to death over and over again. It was terrible because I didn't realize it was a premonition. I thought I messed up. Even though I didn't click anything, I thought I messed up somehow. But since Watto realized it was a prediction, Watto pushed or tackled Doleful out the way, and Doleful survived. This is why geniuses who do everything are so difficult. For the sake of your futures, I shall contemplate your abilities' workings. If you do not mind, would you share all you've experienced up to present? Is it not getting too late for you?
Fret not, for I am a night owl. I'm a detective of all that is mystical, after all.
What's that supposed to mean? Mystic brews us another pot of tea. We discussed the denouement ability I inherited from Holmes, and my newfound powers of precognition.
Let us attempt to reason out why it is that you're able to predict the future.
Well, does logic really apply here? I mean, it's basically a superpower. Right? His friend wants to like live for ideal, is trusting us, knows our secrets. Like, he's so dead.
That is where you're wrong. Even magic and superpowers have a logic to them.
You'll adopt her.
In video games, magic requires points derived from your attributes and skills. So too do all things, the occult included, follow a set of rules. Why do you look so perplexed?
I just didn't take you for much of a gamer.
Do not underestimate me. You stand before the man who bought the very first copy of Ryuko the day it went on sale. But never, I was hoping it was me, a Pokemon guy. But never mind that. Regardless of your abilities, you cannot predict a single thing without a basis in facts. Did anything noteworthy occur to you when you made your prediction today?
Well, I thought it was super obvious that that thing was going to do something. Well, now that you mention it, when I saw Dolphin in my vision, I heard something snap in my head. My field of view flickered too.
Eureka! This suggests your ability is linked to visual cues, to which your brain responds in some manner. Let us continue pursuing this train of thought.
Mystic is willing to believe me no matter what I say. I want to discuss my precog abilities with someone, anyone, but I didn't expect to find such a supportive ally. It's reassuring, to say the least. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart that I'm able to speak to Mystic about this. I can tell you're enjoying yourself, Watto. It's almost enough to make me envious. Well, yeah, I'm having fun. It's exciting to see the mysterious and obscure start to take shape. That's the spirit. No doubt about it. You're gradually approaching the truth. And once you understand it, you know what? Pay me no mind. I was merely thinking out loud. From there, my conversation with Mystic continues all the way until dawn. We really ain't getting any sleep tonight, are we? Huh? Where is this? I realize that I'm in the world of pure white. It leaves me in a daze for a moment, but the bizarreness of it all gradually keys me in. I'm in a dream. Well, Watto. This time you figured out that you're dreaming from the outset. Holmes is suddenly right behind me. The abruptness strikes me as fitting for a dream. Sensing that I've accepted the situation, Holmes keeps talking as she walks around the area. The question is, has your discussion with Mystic Detective led you to ascertain the nature of your newly awakened denouements?
We just died in our sleep.
She's referring to what happened before I fell asleep. I racked my brain trying to recollect my conversation with Mystic.
Do not flashback, game. Do not flashback. We just did it.
It starts coming back to me in bits and pieces. Well, strictly speaking, a denouement isn't a power that predicts the future, but one that allows you to see through things. Mystic believes it stems from visual feedback. Right on the mark. They say the human brain records everything that it sees, but simply isn't able to recall it all to mind. Even within our group, we have Bookworm, with the incredible ability to remember all that she's seen. Our visual recollection is far greater than we realize. That flawless recollection of everything she's ever seen is the cause of Bookworm's suffering. Now I realize why she was so glum about using her ability when we set up the cameras. It hurts to think back on how high my spirits were then. Right? It's more than half an hour. Cause what? I feel like I've been live for 2 hours and I feel like at least half of it was talking to Mystic. Being able to forget a single thing must be far more taxing than I can imagine. Now, for the real question. If you could recall all you see, honing your eye to perfection would allow you to record information in greater detail, no? Not only images of movements, subtle minutiae. This is going to be a very difficult game for me. Or a residual thought like me. What would happen if you could perceive all the world has to show? Huh? What would happen? As you've already experienced, you would see the future. That is the real nature behind the foresight denouement that has bestowed upon you. By knowing everything, you can predict the so by knowing everything, you can predict the future. I think I heard something like that before. Isn't that called, Laplace's demon? Well done, yes. This is the same principle. Every outcome has a cause, therefore, If you can grasp all causes, you can derive all outcomes, paradoxical as it may sound. So, if I can pay enough attention to everything that passes my field of vision, yes, it stands to follow that you will be able to envision the future. I surmise this as you and Mystic spoke. Discerning casualty via sharpened vision is the crux of denouement, as well as how you can perceive me. Essentially, you have been bestowed with all-seeing eyes, so to speak. My body shivers at her words. Her explanation drives home how amazing this power really is. However, it also raises a question. Well, so you kept telling me the principles behind the denouement didn't really matter. Why suddenly explain it to me now? I couldn't take it. Huh? Holmes's cheeks flushed, a tinge of embarrassment in her voice. I didn't want you to think I was unreliable. So from now on, trust me, not Mystic. After all, I'm ideal detective, ranked number 2 in the Detective Alliance. There's nothing I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this trust me and not Mystic thing. It reminds me of a toned-down version of the music during the FNAF fire engine. I'm listening. Huh. I need to re-listen to the... I need to rewatch that ending then. It kind of does. It's just kind of like that unnerving feeling. I must be dreaming. Well, I mean, I am dreaming. But it's all just a bit too convenient. Would the real Holmes actually speak out this brashly? I'm taken aback by her out-of-the-blue response, unable to formulate a reply. My face was hot like burning lava. I must be as red, or even worse than Holmes right now. Just thinking about it is so mortifying that my skin is about to erupt. We stare at each other in total silence, our faces glowing rosily. Holmes, I have a question. I speak out, unable to handle any more of this. That's right, I still haven't confirmed whether she really is Sayaka or not. Sayaka. If I don't ask now, I may never have another chance. I don't want to lose contact without ever bringing it up. This is a dream, so I trust my chances. Find my courage and voice my thoughts. Oh, Holmes, 10 years ago, were you really? Don't try and stop me, you slack-jawed palooka. Huh? It's morning. I leap upright, awakened by a sudden angry voice. Apparently I fell asleep on the sofa. I must have passed out while conversing with Mystic, upon which he covered me with a blanket. Oh, well, sorry, Mystic. Sayaka. No, not Sayaka. Sayaka. I think I got it down. Sayaka. Not Sayaka. It's not Sayaka. Oh my gosh, no. Stop this. Her name's Holmes. It pains me the way I was thinking about a burden yesterday. I don't want people babysitting me. I need to shape up and be a real detective. And then there's that dream I just had. I didn't get to ask her after all. I thumped my chest lightly, determined to work up enough courage to ask next time. Okay, enough about my denouement and visual feedback or whatever. I need to stop acting like such a coward and be brave when it matters most. Like I said, I had nothing to do but do it. There's no time to be down on myself. Angry voices clamor in my periphery. As I space out. It sounds like things are getting heated. I need to see what's going on fast. There you are, incompetent. You gotta get over here like stat. Rowdy and Armor are going like totally buck wild. Yeah, okay. I'm right behind you. Downtown dashes to the entrance hall, pulling me along by the hand. How many times I gotta say it? We can take that black whatever it is, capiche?
Time is of the essence. Pray in us, and we shall sally forth.
Calm down, you two. Let's try and keep our heads on, shall we? Our whole crew could get wasted here, and you want me to stay calm? Armor and Rowdy crowd around Workaholic in front of the door. Their menacing posture makes them look ready to pounce. What's all the commotion about? The words Rowdy blurted stick out to me in particular. Huh? What's this all about us getting wasted? Were we playing Grand Theft Auto?
Sir incompetent.
Hey, perfect timing. Help me talk some sense to these eggheads, will ya? Rowdy approaches me while holding one of the flower vases on display all over the manor. You recognize this vase here? You don't say anything fishy? Oh yeah, there's one in every room, right? It doesn't seem that strange. What's up? What's up? Or way beyond what's up, bub?
These vases, they house a toxin most foul, one that turns into vapor at room temperature, pervading its environs.
Wait, huh? So you mean if we stayed here? Yep. Every one of us nearly died. If I hadn't been investigating with my friend Sniffy Whiffy, we would have been in dire peril, so Sniffy Whiffy saved us again. Sniffy Whiffy is clearly the best. You're the one who discovered it, Techie? Sniffy Whiffy happened to react to it this morning. My analysis confirms it's the same substance that was used to kill the staff at Snark's. So the culprit trapped us all in the manor, so he could off us a poisonous gas? It's possible. Though, of course, the culprit would need some way to survive it himself. Okay, but why go through all the trouble? They killed 22 people at the same time in the research facility. The culprit could just as easily do the same to us here if they wanted to. It doesn't add up. Maybe they're just looking out to make us panic rather than wipe us out. I was discussing our next move at Workaholic in the dining room, but then these two overheard us. Keep your pants on. When I'm done, that big black doohickeys gonna be a bucket of scrap. When you're done, have you forgotten how it took all our efforts just to buy us some time? You're being way too reckless. It'll be different this time. I worked myself into shape these past 2 days so I can wall up that thing. No way it'll get one over on me.
I too stand at the ready. Techie hath amended mine armor to flawless impenetrability. That loathsome sable monstrosity shall taste the fury of my fists.
You too need to relax. I understand that you're unhappy with our lack of progress these past 2 days, but haste makes waste, as they say. It's more important to keep calm when your back's against the wall. Yeah, Workaholic's right. Holmes gave her life to protect us. Do you really want to put yourselves back in danger after that? Gah. Rowdy flinches, but her expression turns spirited once again as she sinks into her knees, touching her head to the floor. Oh, come on, trust us. I know I ain't much when it comes to head work, but at least Fizz can help you here, not now, I promise.
We seek only to employ our martial right to advantage all of all.
Armor follows Rowdy's lead, falling to his knees and bowing before beseeching us in a piteous tone.
Lady Rowdy and I take pride in the strength of our arms, yet we're of no succor to Lady Ideal. We cannot remain idle whilst our allies can be slain.
Well, Rowdy, armor. I get where the two are coming from. Their areas of expertise don't contribute much to our search for the hidden passage. They're already frustrated, and now there's these poison vases that could have killed their fellow detectives. It's no wonder they're wound up. And I've been totally useless, too. So I know how they feel. Seeing them as the only one in their shoes. It's up to me to dissuade them. Now how can I talk them out of this? Perhaps this would be a good time to use your denouement. Huh? You want me to make a prediction right here? How do I even do that? I whisper out as Holmes appears beside me. She then begins to explain, her face gentle and mild. As I told you in your dream, the denouement can foresee future tragedies when provided with sufficient visual feedback. So, long as the requisite information is in your sight, you should be able to predict these tragedies consciously. It's obvious that Armor and Rowdy will die if they attempt to fight the Black Machine, no? So try finding out what their outcome will be. I have to go look for their deaths? Okay, sure. You may predict their deaths? I respond on instinct, taken aback by how blithely she made her grim suggestion. Obviously, I'm hesitant to foresee the demise of my friends. Hey, Christian, welcome in. And thank you so much. You understand, don't you? Everyone can guess these two will die if they go on the offense. The real issue is that they won't accept it. Even if you can see the future, it means nothing if you can't change it. Therein lies the hardest part. If things continue as they are, they both will die. The only way to prevent this is by proving what terrible future lies in store for them. So I just gotta do it. Obviously, I would never want to picture my friends dying, but right now, it's the only way to stop these two reckless detectives. The denouement grants me the power to see it all. I focus my vision, scrutinizing the two people whose futures I need to glean.
Sir Incompetent.
What's that big idea, eyeing us like that? Oh, well, I'm trying to use a simulation technique Holmes taught me to see if you two can win this fight. Simulation technique? What, you gonna paddle all the way down south? No, stupid. Simulation. He's like imagining what will happen if you two dumbasses go fight. Am I right, Incompetent? Yeah, exactly, Downtown. I'm still getting used to the process, but I'm getting better at it. My favorite, I like Armor, and I like Downtown, and I like Doleful. I don't think I can choose between the three. Yeah, it's definitely those three, like, all tied in one. Yeah, I saved Doleful in a trapped room yesterday, remember? That was thanks to one of my simulations. Oh my gosh, that was legit scary. If you hadn't jumped in, Doleful would have been a shish kebab. Well, how about you, Christian? Who's your favorite character? I know in the chat we have Renegade, people who love Renegade, and people who love Rowdy, I think, the most. You serious? Rowdy reluctantly backs down for Downtown's antidote. Thank goodness. I made that lie up on the fly, but thanks to her, it all worked out. Okay, one step closer to stopping Rowdy and Armor from getting themselves killed. I refocus my vision on the two of them. In order to see what happens in the future, I need to observe them intently, discerning the causes that will lead to the outcome. Can these two even battle the thing on equal ground? At first glance, they appear to be in perfect fighting shape like they claimed. Things would surely go better than when we got ambushed the last time. Maybe they can really take that robot down. Just as I contemplate this, a switch flips inside my head with an audible click. I want to pause on the picture that it makes so I can see what that is. Then, the matter unfolds in my field of view. No. In a split second, my vision is soaked in blood. My head burns in pain to the point where I can no longer stand. I totter before involuntarily sinking to my knees. And then, the world reverts back to the entrance hall.
Sir Incompetent, what ails you?
What gives? You end up stimulating something bad? Well, yeah, I saw the worst possible outcome. I press my hand to my forehead, which feels as hot as a tea kettle, and stand up, ready to tell them the facts of the matter. Well, Armor, Rowdy, you definitely shouldn't go out there. My situation showed me that if you try now, you'll get overwhelmed in no time. Huh? What the hell are you going on about? Both of you, listen to me. Rowdy grabs me, but I push her back and continue speaking. Even a rock slide couldn't damage that thing, remember? There's no way you'd be able to bring it down in hand-to-hand combat. You think we don't know that? Well, that's why Armor's gonna be my shield while I scope out its weak points. You like posh, downtown, incompetent, Armor, and Ideal? And you guess Ideal? Yeah, I like that there's no character I'm just like, oh gosh, I hate this character. I'm like, I kind of do, like, in general, like all of them so far. Mine is Senior, but he's dead, so My armor sustained nary a scratch.
My armor sustained nary a scratch. when it was slashed in our previous bouts. Longly shall I be able to stall out that monstrosity.
Oh, your body is so compensating for that spot where you got hit though, isn't it?
What?
Armor recoils, completely caught off guard by my remark. Well, I'm sorry for not noticing until now, but you're still hurting, aren't you, Armor? Hey, welcome back. We used our Ideal's power, looked into the future so that Armor and Rowdy would get killed because they want to go outside and go fight the target sponsor. And so now we're trying to convince them, like, hey, don't go outside. I was saying I didn't really care for Senior Detective, but he's dead, so I don't really have to worry about that anymore, do I? If you try to buy time, you'll end up taking a lot more hits than you did before. Do you really think you're fine after that?
That is...
He got chopped to itty bitty pieces. So, he ain't alive or around anymore. Armor hangs his head in defeat. He knows exactly what will happen if he goes ahead with this plan. Besides, in my vision of the future, he was dead and drenched in blood, despite being covered from head to toe. Nah, Incompetence got it all wrong, pal. You'll be fine no matter how many whacks you take, capiche? Oh, you can still feel the impact through the armor. Even if the suit doesn't break, the person inside might not be so lucky. From the very beginning, you're fully prepared to walk out the door and die, am I wrong? Aww. He's so precious. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll go totally die for y'all. After a long silence, Armor speaks up in a halting voice.
'Tis as you say. I intended to lay down my life so as to secure an opening.
Say it ain't so. I ain't never gonna let you do something like that.
Full well I know you would object, hence why I resolved not to apprise you.
Don't go making plans to get sacrificed yourself, you king-sized dingbat. Why, I oughta. And what gives you the right to say any of that? Oh. I turned to see Gourmet looking unusually upset. Downtown stands next to her, sticking out her tongue with a cheeky grin. She must have gone and called Gourmet over. That girl really is a clever one. Weren't you also trying to risk your life for a chance to fight, Rowdy? You're in no position to criticize Armor. Oh, well, no, I mean... See, it's like... The thing is, my gut told me I'd win, see? But the more likely result is that you would die. We're not about to approve a plan that puts our own people in danger. Someone's in trouble. You hate to see it. Shut your trap. Always sticking your nose where you don't belong. Way to jack my line. What? Just because you don't contribute anything, you're gonna go all kamikaze on us? As if we like that? Like it was a jump scare, right? Like, man, there's literal strings holding that together. Like, bump into one thing wrong and you're in trouble. I'm in trouble on YouTube if you do that. Downtown walks up to Rowdy and flicks her on the nose. Again, Downtown being so great again. Look, we're the Detective Alliance. That makes us a team. We gotta think up a way to get us all out of here. End of story. Oh, and I can't use my social deduction by myself. So if you think you're useless, that's like saying I am too. So don't do me dirty like that, biatch. And then there's you, Tin Can. You better tell us whenever you get hurt. Like, even a small injury can kill you if it's poisoned or it gets infected, you feel me?
Yes, forgive me for causing you concern.
Huh? You think I'm concerned? As if, Mr. Comic Relief character. I just don't want you, like, screwing us over when the chips are down. You want to protect us, huh? How you gonna do that if you can't protect yourself? Bottom line, you two quit being stupid and listen to the smart detectives. That's what useless extras like us do. Got it? Got it? Yeah. Rowdy and Armor reply in unison, brought to shame by Downtown's tirade. Downtown just might be the scariest of us all when she gets rubbed the wrong way. Yeah, looks that way. Workaholic and I exchange sheepish grins. Alright. Getting back on track. The simulation was spectacular. Why didn't you tell us you had such a special ability? Yes, it was extremely impressive. Especially the way you spotted Armor's hidden injury. Quite the observation, that. Was the Chief aware that you had such a keen eye? Oh, it really wasn't a big deal. My reply comes out awkwardly, but I still break out with a grin despite myself. I'd never been praised like this before. But what makes me even happy is that this is the first time I willingly used my denouement. I think I've gotten the hang of activating it on command now. It's like Homestead in my dream. My vision is the key. I can see the future by focusing on the necessary info all around me. I know something else, too. Alright. I need to change. I'll be in my room. The moment I say this, I begin walking towards my sleeping quarters. We should also get rid of the poison vase in our room. I pass through the hall, and as soon as I enter the door, I thrust my face into a trash can. Just then... Oh! Bleh! The contents of my stomach come spilling out. This is awful. My entire body is trembling. Just opening my eyes is enough to make me queasy. It's a disgusting feeling, like someone grabbing my brain and swirling it around. What's happening to me? Oh, I forgot to mention. The denouement places an unusual heavy toll on your mind. Take care, as it'll leave you unable to stand for a time. She does like hiding things from me, doesn't she? Wait, so now you tell me? I can't take the pain in my skull as I collapse straight into bed. Okay, but you know what? I think I'm going to stop here because I feel like I'm getting to something and I don't want to stop it in like 15 minutes or unable to stop it in 15 minutes because I really do have to leave at 10 o'clock today. So I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to play the Eden's Garden Chapter 1 trailer so we can look forward to that. And then, do you guys want me... Because I remember last week, you asked me if to do a Danganronpa tier list thing. Do you want me to do one real quick for the next 20 minutes? What the heck is going on with him? He's getting sick by the power, and Ideal didn't tell us that. Oh, maybe I can't save. I guess I can. Because honestly, this was a lot of talking. Dear goodness. Yeah, so we're going to get to the murder next week. Or whatever we're going to go to now. Yeah. Because honestly, this is a lot of talking. Like, there was no movement. It was literally just talking the entire time through. Okay, so let me pull up the thing. Alright, so we're going to move over here. We're going to go over to YouTube. YouTube's like, hey, did you know you're live? I'm like, I figured that. Alright, and... Nope, no, don't play it yet. Alright, so we got that there. Actually, I think I have to do it this way. Yeah, because the tier list won't take me long because I know exactly which characters I like and don't like. Alright, and let's do... Take off, switch, put on window, display. All right, does that show everything? I'm gonna wait and check on the screen to make sure it pops up. It does. Okay, cool. All right, let's. And this was it, right? No, this is devlog. Oops. Was this not the thing? There it is. Alright, following content is Cinemax only. Does not represent in-game footage. Let's do this. Yep, when chapter 1 releases, I'm gonna do Eden's Garden. I already have the prologue up. Beneath the veil of hypocrisy. Oh, you can't hear the sound? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. Do you want me to? I'll go back a little bit. There we go. Okay, that was neat. I don't think it looks like they're gonna show anything of the chapter, but that's still like, it's really pretty. It looks so amazing so far. It really, really does. Like, but also this part was neat. This, like this, someone watching them on here. But it still kind of looks like this abandoned kind of look. That feels really cool. Sam! Hey! Welcome in! We just watched the Eden's Garden Chapter 1 reveal teaser. So it doesn't really show much. It just kind of showed, you know, somebody's watching them on TV screens and, you know, they want to escape. Oh, you're gonna go travel too? Nice! Alright, so next up we're doing Tier Maker. Tier Maker. And then we can do Danganronpa. Alright, how many characters does this one have? Alright, so this looks like majority. This should be fine. Alright, but let me... so what we just did in process elimination, Mystic believes us. We used our ability to see the future, and we saved Armor and Rowdy from doing something stupid. You made your own tier list too? Nice. Alright, so let's zoom in here. Alright, so that should be good. So we're gonna put this in. Well, can we change these categories? So I need a, I don't know, category. Alright, so below, oh. Add a row below. Like that. There we go. I don't know this person because I didn't read if or anything like that. Alright, so I can just type directly into the squares. Oh, neat. Okay, so we're gonna have... Do you want to... No, we'll leave it this way. Yeah. S tier, A, B, C, D, and I don't know them. Okay. So, like this is why I just saw that. I'm like, who the heck are you? I can't tell who this is by this picture. Like, I don't know this person. Yeah, you didn't read the manga either? Like, I know spoilerific things about them, but I don't really know. Alright, so I got 15 minutes to sort these all out. No problem. So first up, Monocubs. Don't really care for most of the Monocubs. Can I see them all? Okay, wait, actually, I somewhat like this one. Your tier list is very overly detailed. I was debating I was making it more detailed than it is, but I'm like, I can work with this. S through D, and then... Actually, not even D. Let's just make that full-on F tier. No. Okay, actually, hold on. Yeah, let's add another one. So, add a row below. Change that to F tier. And we'll change that to... I guess, another red. It's not a pretty tier list. This is a... No spoilers? I will keep it vague, and at the end I will say spoilers, and then you guys can, like, and then, you know, if you want to, like, mute it, you can. How's that? Alright. I forgot the Monocub's names already, but yeah. Monodam, like Monodam. This one, don't like this one. Nekomaru, wish you had some better character development. Like, his story was neat and all, but didn't grow on me. Celeste, I wish Celeste had... Celeste, very, very pretty, but I also wish she had a better trial. Or her chapter, basically. Making tiers about spoilers is too hard? Yeah, that is true. Because I really had just said a spoiler right then and there, too. Yeah. Christian, I'm sorry. I don't think I can do this without spoilers. Because then I'm just, like, shifting into categories and not saying anything, huh? But yeah. I guess I knocked out those. Those are pretty easy. I really do wish Celeste did more. I wish she was more sneaky, you know? I feel like she could have been more sneaky. Kaito? I hate Kaito. No, actually, let's not put him in F tier. Let's put him in D tier. I never trusted him. I was so sure he was going to backstab me, and then it still kind of felt like he backstabbed me. Is not your favorite? Yeah. Like I said, I think she's pretty and I love her design, but not a favorite. That being said, Hina? S tier. Hina's S tier for me. Poor Kaito, I get it. Look, I saved her from F tier. Like, I don't know, because when I was playing V3, I was so convinced because Kaito was like, oh, he's the ultimate astronaut, but he hasn't been to the moon, or he hasn't been to space, and I'm like, he's lying. He's so lying to me. And so I just distrusted him the whole game, and I did not like him the whole game, so he sits there. The book characters, put a no. Taka's confusing. Like, I really do like his character a lot, but I want to stick him in B because when he got cool development, he stopped getting development. But I like him definitely more than Monodam. Actually, yeah, let's switch these around. There we go. Oh yeah, Hina, S tier. I love Hina. I love Hina so much. She's sweet, and she's energetic, and she's kind, and, you know, she looks out for others who are different. Oh, that was the dad? Oh! Hey, oh, okay. Okay, so now I know this person then. And you can go... He was I can't remember. Was he a bad dad or a good dad? I don't remember. So, you know what? He can... Hina's A for you? Yeah, I get that. I was thinking of like A or S. So I'm like S tier for sure. And Taka is C for you? I understand that too. Kirigiri dad. I don't know. I don't care about him. You can go in D tier. You can do D tier. I don't know. He was a pretty average dad. He was a dead dad. So, okay, so he's D for dad. How's that? And what is this Orochimaru looking picture?
heck is this? I won't put him in I don't know until I guess you guys tell me. Yumeno. I don't hate her as much as a lot of people do. I was so convinced she was... Actually, no. Okay, so I know stage magic. I did stage magic when I was younger. And her stage magic wasn't also... like... It wasn't, like, worthy of being ultimate. I think I'm gonna put her in C. I didn't care that much, but I don't hate her. She just exists. I do like her ability as magic. That's cute. And you like her? Is it B for you? Okay. Tsumugi. I actually like Tsumugi. Well, okay. So when I first played V3, I was kind of like, man, pokes at her, you know, like, do something already. Because she was kind of like a whatever character. But after, you know, everything got revealed, I was like, oh, no. I love your character. You're completely, like, insane. But I wouldn't say A tier for me. I would definitely put her in B tier. She funny. Put Himiko in C. Yeah, Himiko could stay in C. You hate Tsumugi. Understandable. I 100% understand not liking Tsumugi. Alright. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Here's a controversial one coming up. You kept hoping she'd die, and then it dawned on me there's a reason she didn't. Yeah, it was kind of getting obvious near the end. I'm like, man, I sure wonder who, you know, the mastermind is of the characters we have left. And honestly, the big twist it would be if it was Shuichi. Alright, Gundam. Gundam is B tier for me. Above Madam, but below Taka. I like him. I think he's cool. I didn't like him as much as everyone else apparently loved him. But I do like him. He's a neat guy. I like him. He's neat. He's neat, okay? Like, he's just low B tier for me, and as this fills up with B tiers, he's gonna get a little lower on this list. But I like him. He can stay there. You'll take B tier? Okay, good. A tier. Sakura is A tier, or S tier. Sakura is... I love Sakura. I love Sakura so much. Yeah, I can't upload Chapter 5 yet. If I upload it, I don't get a... I get the bad strike on YouTube for me. Because Spike Chunsoft says, do not post it whatsoever. And they can not just claim my video, but actually strike me and I can lose my YouTube channel. So I can't upload it unless, you know... until they drop the ban on uploading it. So yeah, so I'm going to play it still, obviously, and I'm going to record it, and the second they say, hey, you're good to go now, I will absolutely post them. But yeah, Sakura, S+ tier. S+ tier. Like, she's the greatest. Like, even as, you know, horrible things were happening, she was like, no. They're still my friends. And I'm like, God, Sakura, you're too good for this world. Can I live stream without saving it? I don't know. And unfortunately, I can't, again, since they would, you know, put a strike on my channel, and, you know, I can't risk that. So, yeah, I know. I'm so sorry about that. I really wish I could, and I don't, they didn't give us a date on when we can, when they're thinking of dropping it or not. Like, I had to look for the DLC, too, because I kept checking the website. I'm like, is DLC okay? Like, I don't know. But they didn't say no, and I didn't get struck. So, I guess we're good. Sakura's A tier for you? Understandable. I know this is Chihiro's dad, and he seems like a good fella. So, he can go in C tier, because I don't really know him, but he fathered Chihiro, so how bad can he be, right? And I sure hope he didn't do anything evil in the game I didn't play, so. There. He can sit there. Kirigiri. I'm gonna put her... I like Kirigiri. I do like her. I don't like her as much as Tsumugi, but I like her more than Taka. I like her more than Taka. She's right there.
He's a good fella and he went too early. All right. So he can stay there. Like, I'm sorry you're not here because I don't really know you, but I realize the good you've done in the world. Yeah. Kirigiri, B+ tier. All right, so and this is not controversial. Like she's not going high on this list. I am very conflicted on this character. Like, she's not a good person. And I've written fanfics that were like, oh, this is an explanation of her character and why she's the way she is. And they made her better. I don't hate her enough to put her in this pile, in the D pile, I think. But she's awful. Kirigiri's A for you with Sakura. She's absolutely terrible. But she's interesting. You don't mind Hiyoko? Yeah, I'm gonna stick her in C tier. Like the back end of C tier, you know? Like, again, I like characters that are interesting. You feel like she have, yeah. I also feel she could have gone somewhere, but she died, you know, as she was getting development. Or like, oh, oop, never mind, bye. All right, Toko, or I guess Genocide. You can go above Nekumara, below Celeste. She exists, and I acknowledge she exists, and she was funny. Actually, you were funny. She's funny. Go above Celeste. Go above Celeste. She's an F rank, please. Very bad. I know. You don't think she's interesting? She's obnoxious in a way that reminds you of someone I knew, and yikes. I get that. I 100% get that. Like I said, like, I know I have, like, some nostalgia filters that I haven't played to in a while. And Jess has a B for you because she's so funny. So yeah, I think I'm putting my interesting potential characters here. Alright. Rentaro. I need a new category. Hold on. Below. Nope. No. Put that up. Add a new row below. Make it, I guess, this color. Oh, wait, no. That's changing that one. Sorry, the colors are, like, terrible in this. And we're gonna call this character, or this tier, I'm just a simp. Because he does not get much, but for some reason I love him. And yeah, I can't rightfully put him in S tier because I feel like he hasn't done enough for S tier. But I ain't putting him below S tier, so he gets his own category of just, you know, I do be simpin'. So there, Rentaro can stay there. Didn't play Despair Girls. Kurumi. I think Kurumi is clever. Rentaro's your boy? Yes, everyone loving Rentaro right now. I love it. I like Kurumi. I like how she was deceitful. Very deceitful. Like, that was neat. But I didn't think too much of her after she was gone. Which sounds really bad. I'm gonna put her right next to Gundam. I think I have equal feelings between Gundam and Kurumi. I think I like the goths very equally. I'm sick in Warriors of Hope, and I don't know these people. Junko. What the heck do I place Junko in? Does Kaede like him or Shuichi? Well, we don't know because, you know, the game was, if Tsumugi wasn't lying, everything was scripted by Tsumugi, so she could have zero feelings for anyone here. Alright, so Junko. Again, I think she's funny. I don't know. I want to put Junko in C tier. No. I'll put her in, yeah, no, top of C tier. It's complicated? Yeah, you know what? It is, because I really, really like her as the villain in the first one. And then she gets confusing. And you wish she was better written? I understand that too. I think she belongs top of C tier. It was like, what an interesting bad person. And I do love what the voice actress did with her character at the finale. Like, that was really neat. You love just pure evil characters. Yeah, like I said. Well, she's interesting, so, that saves her from the I don't like and boring categories. Pecco! Pecco, oh my gosh, I am going to follow the gods. Pecco is back in the B, like, she's middle of B tier of like, oh, I like Pecco. You hate Junko so much you put her in F rank? Yeah, Pecco is middle of B tier. I do like her. I think she's neat. And she was gone too soon to get past neat. So she stays in B tier. Akane, also B tier because I think she's neat and I wish she did have more development and she was less fan servicey in the creepy way in her FTs. So, like, if I could stack this, I like her, I think, equally as much as I like Pecco. Pecco would be in your simp tier for you. Alter ego. Okay, let's just take Chihiro and alter ego. Chihiro, simp. Alright, alter ego, A. There's a difference between the two. Too much fan service? Yeah, I didn't like that the fan service was exploitive the way they had it. Like, she couldn't just be like, Also, her ability doesn't match. She was a gymnast and not a parkour person. Like, as a gymnast, her body doesn't really bode well in gymnast stuff. And she doesn't really do gymnasty things. She really was like a parkour person. And, yeah. Or it could just be. Chihiro's an S tier for you. Now, my playthrough of Danganronpa, I was trying to woo the heck out of Chihiro. I thought also Chihiro was a girl in the beginning too, and I was like, she's the most adorable person ever, and she loves tech stuff. She's so cool. And then, got revealed that Chihiro's a boy, and I'm like, he's so cool. So, simp category. Alter ego A. I do like alter ego because alter ego's neat. And yeah, it made no sense. All right. Again, I know this character a lot of people like, and I don't really care for Maki, but Maki can sit right next to Kaito, where, she wants to be, I guess, but above Kaito. I wanted to like Maki way more than I did. Actually, no, I don't want to put her in D tier. I'm going to put her in C tier. I'm going to put her right there. Sorry, separating you from Kaito. But more than Hyoko. Yeah, there we go. Whether boy or girl is so great? Yeah. Yeah, Maki... I know. I wanted to like Maki a whole lot more than I did. But I didn't, and I, again, was... I didn't connect with her, like, whatsoever. And I feel bad. Oh, boo. I know. V3 was tough for me, okay? V3 was a lot of characters. I was just like, I'm not real bonded with these people. Aside the bad ones, which is awkward. Alright, Monica. I did watch the anime, but I didn't play Despair Girl, so... You can see Monica staring into your soul. I know of her. I know what she is, but I didn't play the game or watch a playthrough of it, so... Until I don't know this person. Mikoto, A tier. Mikoto, actually above Alter Ego, too. Makoto is my favorite of the protagonists. He's just a dumb, lucky little... He's just a dumb, lucky little, like, kid, and I love him for that. Like, he's... He's great. Byakuya. Byakuya is also one I'm just kind of just like... I don't really I liked his development as a character, but it wasn't enough for me to like him. Oh man, where'd I put him? End of B or start of C? He's like a C minus B plus. Or B minus C plus kind of area for Byakuya. I think I'm gonna put him above Junko. I may move him because I don't. No, he stays here because I like Imposter better. Makoto A, Byakuya C for ya. I do like him for the memes. Like his voice actor saying like I'm a little kitty cat thing, whatever. That was in my brain for so long because it was so funny. He's too rude to Fukawa for you. To be fair, Fukawa was strange and a serial killer, so I would also kind of be rude to my stalker serial killer. But he went about everything in an odd way, and I didn't like that. So C tier, top of C tier for you. Monokuma A. Monokuma funny. I like funny. That's all there is to it there. Alright, so Kamakura. See, this is weird. Kamakura I liked until I played Danganronpa Another, and I like Utsuro way more than Kamakura. So Kamakura's fallen on my list of like characters I like. Just because another character like him exists, which sounds terrible, but it's very true. So Kamakura can be top of C tier, actually above Byakuya. I do like him. I wish there were more of him. Yes, queen. All right. And I'm sorry. I know Christian said you love Mikan. I do not like Mikan. But to be fair, it's not her fault. I think it's the writer's fault for using her as fan service. And I did not like this forced fan service of her character that they made her be. It's punishment time. I don't know. I'm gonna put her back of D tier. And actually, I'm gonna raise Kiriga's dad up a little bit above Kaito. Right? Like, again, it's not her per se. And I know the whole excuse of like, oh, she's doing what she does with the fan service because of her trauma, for people to notice her and not ignore her. And I can understand that to a point. But I just did not like it. And I think it was done too much and not in a tasteful way. And her execution sucked. So yeah, D tier. I like Usami. Usami B tier. Usami above there. No. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I didn't hate her. Usami was trying. Usami tried. The excuse is part of what pisses you off. It's exploitive. It is. You wonder who the F tier is going to be for? You know, I don't even know now. Oh, no, I know. F tier's for Teruteru. There you go. Ruined all the surprise for you there. I don't like Teruteru. I really, really don't like Teruteru. Every time I want to give Teruteru a chance, Teruteru does something worse every single time. And I'm like, Teruteru, stop it. I was like, oh, okay. Let me get to know him. Maybe I'll like him better at Street Camp event. Tries to drug Hajime to do things to him. And I'm like, nope. We don't do that. Sorry, we're in all suspense there. Whoa, what a surprise, right? I know. Teacher lady, who I totally remember. You're all right. She's very sweet. You know, back at B tier. I do like her. She was very nice. She was a great teacher. Actually, yeah, you know what? She was a good teacher. I'm like thinking of the anime now. She was a great teacher. I just only watched the anime once, so not really in my memory that much. You didn't mind? Oh, that's totally fine. I understand that. You want the cosplay teacher lady when the anime came out? She does have that cute dress, too. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, so... Look, I watched the anime. I know who they are. But if you ask me what these people's personalities were, I'm like, I don't remember. Everyone just said, Chisa! Thank you! Chisa! Yeah, she's okay. Like I said, back of B tier, and she's gonna fall down in this back of B tier pretty quickly. Boxer. The whole world ended because he didn't want to confess he had a crush on his friend. Juzo. That's her name, right? Juzo? He can go C tier. He's random C tier. He can go here. I don't... You remember them all, but not their names? Cow Guy was cool. I just can't remember. I don't remember what, their personalities. He's hot and annoying. Yeah, like I said, C tier. Like, interesting. Not enough to make me like him, but interesting. Because of the memes. That is true. Alright, old man. You can go to F tier. I don't like him. I remember him. He can go to F tier. Oh, but above Terra, I dislike Terra more than I dislike this old guy. Kirigiri, guys. Kirigiri's dad's friend. This is exactly how much I remember of thinking up at 3. He's alright. You can go next to Juzo. Actually, no. Below Chihiro's dad, because you didn't give me Chihiro, so there. Secret evil dude. The old man. Yeah, I didn't like him. I just didn't like him at all. Mean guy Juzo had a crush on. I mean, they can stick together. He's alright. He has badass fighting moves? Yeah. Milady hat dude. You don't recall too well. Yeah, I was like I said, like, he was okay. I don't remember too much, but he was okay. You're okay. I'll put you here too. Again, did she even do much? What did she do? I don't remember what she did. But I remember she was alright. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Cheese is way better than everyone in Danganronpa 3, I feel. Well, the new characters introduced. Alright, who's this a picture of? Is this what's his face's sister? Is this Kuzurio's sister? Is that her name? Ugh. Or is that... Crud, who is this? I'm gonna skip her as you guys tell me who she is. No, she's not that memorable if I can't remember her, right? You only remember all their names because you recently watched the anime? I'm gonna put her I don't remember this person. Because I think she was kind of mean. I don't really remember. You don't recognize her either? I was like, it's either the murdered friend or it's the sister. I think it's the sister because she's like, I'm going to be the ultimate big sister or whatever, right? Not me. All right. Haruka. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. I am so sorry that I actually like Haruka. But she's the top of C tier. She's a terrible person and she's mean, but I kind of liked her. And this was mean too? Okay. But she wasn't mean enough. I don't think she was in this a lot. So we're gonna put her, I don't know, because I don't remember very much. You hate her, F tier. I know. Haruka's a bad person. Actually, is she only high because I simp? No. I think I'm putting her on top of C.
Like, she's weird, but yeah, she stays in C. She's a great narcissistic villain. Yeah, see? Yes, that's what we're going with here. I don't know. This poor kid. I just feel bad for him. Like, this poor child, he went through too much, really. I do like him more than I like Himiko and Nekomaru. There. Middle of C is where he belongs. Animator Boy's a C for you, too? Yeah, like... He's alright. And it was his birthday recently? Oh, well, happy belated birthday. Enjoy your C tier. Usually if you hate this person in real life, you'd hate them in the end. Oh, see, I'm kind of the reverse. I'm kind of just like, I like my fictional characters to be extraordinarily fictional. Because that's why I like, these absolutely weirdo games. So like, Shinigami from Raincoat in real life would not hang out with her. Love how silly she is in the game. Oh, this is the girl who likes Mahiru. Starts with an S, right? She's so whatever. I'm gonna put her back of D tier. I don't like her, but I'm not like, I hate her or anything like that. She's not whatever enough to be in C tier. Yeah. Sato, that's what it was. Thank you. Poison Girl can go right next to Ruka. I like them equally, as horrible as that sounds. You're autistic, so maybe that's a factor? Oh, yeah, because I like the manipulative and subtleness of some characters, but I can definitely see if, someone who doesn't pick up on those things not liking the character, because that honestly makes sense, really. Yeah. Your favorite girl? Nice. Boyfriend guy. I wish I could put him next to them, but I like him as much. He can go here. He can go here. Look, matching scarves together. They can go matching scarves together. There was like, yes, you existed in there. I know. I'm so sorry, Psycho. Psycho. Oh my gosh, I'm never pronouncing these names right ever again. Warrior of Hope. Is that the cousin? Hold on. Let me look at the characters real quick. Are you cousin? Because if you're cousin, I don't know you, but I know of you, and you're me F tier. I think that is. I think that's Leon's cousin. F tier. No, F tier. Below F tier. Seiko. Thank you. It's a cousin, yes. Okay, yeah. F tier. F tier cousin. Stop hitting on your cousins. Crap. Alright, where did I put Mukuro? I like Mukuro alright enough. So I think here. Below Celeste, above everyone else who's kind of just whatever. Yeah, that sounds about good. Again, she wasn't, alive enough. So, yeah. Alright. I'm sorry. We're just gonna put her in I'm a simp, because I would absolutely hate her in real life. In video game world, she was fun. So, I'm not gonna rank her in anything. I'm just gonna put her in the I'm a simp category. Because I saw her and I'm like, oh, I love her. Sure hope she doesn't die a horrible death. And it wasn't the worst.
But I do think they should have changed her from artist to sculptor or something like that. Yeah, she was like, you really didn't get to know her because she was pretending to be Junko, or the anime existed and she was the anime thing. Kokichi! I like that little snot head. Look, it's in the sim category, which doesn't really count for anything, okay? It's not a ranking of, how good this character is or not. It's literally just, I don't know. I can't explain it. V3 was weird for me, alright? Cursor. I know. Yeah, Kokichi's A tier. Yeah, below Monokuma. Right below Monokuma. She was a sculptor in the Japanese version? Oh, see, that would make so much more sense. Because I also feel like artist was too vague. I was like, art, like, everyone, like, I don't know. Yeah. Korekio is C tier for sure. No, Korekio gets knocked down because I'm so mad at him. I'm so mad at Korekio. Like, he had this great opportunity where if, he did a murder, and if he didn't do both murders, we could have had a chapter where everyone has to live their next chapter with someone who they know murdered one of their friends. And I thought that was going to be, like, the coolest, like, twist ever of, like, how do you trust a person like that? Like, he could have been such a cool character. But this dude, I saw him and immediately went, like, he's a murderer. And he was a murderer. And he wasn't even a clever murderer. Like, everything about him was just so obvious. It makes me upset. So actually, he's not C tier. He's D tier. And I'm upset at him. So he can go above Kaito. No, actually, no. In between there. He broke those two up there. You give him a B, and Korekio's a D for you too. He had a neat concept, a great design, and I feel it was wasted. And the sister thing was so weird. Seesaw. Badly written mental health stuff pisses you off? Understandable, yeah. But yeah. Next, Leon. So C tier. Not his fault, but obviously didn't get a lot of him. And I had really nothing else to say about him, really. He was there, and then he wasn't there, and that was like, all right, no Leon. Fine by me. Yeah, if he got away with that murder, and, he survived at least one more chapter, definitely put him up for being interesting, but no. He was like Celeste, where it was just like, it was too obvious. I have such conflicting feelings about Mio. She's C tier, but I think she's next to Himiko. I don't hate her. I don't like her that much. C tier. Another Monocub. I don't think I like this one that much. But I think I liked him more than that one. Monophony. Leon is a pain. No, Mio's not too bad. Like, she's weird. And actually, you know what? Her thing was pretty obvious too, and I really hate how obvious she was. And she didn't give me Chihiro, so I'm gonna knock her below Chihiro's dad. High enough for being funny, but actually no. There. I think there. Let's move her down a bit. Just getting by on just occasionally was funny. Miu swears a lot. Yeah, I was like, I don't mind the swearing. I just, again, wish she wasn't so obvious in her murder schemes. He's so C tier, but where? What C tier are you? I'm going to... weird to say I like how sad he was? Ryoma. Where would I put your Ryoma? I'm gonna put him here. Gets by on being sad. Yeah, her talking about poop a lot was... yeah, that was pretty juvenile. She's fine there. Yeah, Ryoma, tiny man. I think it's random. Yeah, middle of C there. Again, if he lasted at least a chapter more, maybe I would have been like, ah, yes, neat. But he didn't, so I didn't have enough time to be like, ah, hello, interesting character. Oh wait, hold on. Chiaki is split for me. And she's not split in here, so I don't know. Okay, so Chiaki. I like anime Chiaki. Anime Chiaki is an A in my books. AI Chiaki is a B in my book. So I'm going to put it right in the middle at the very top here. She's great. I do like Chiaki a lot, but I like real Chiaki way more than AI Chiaki, if that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense because they're two different characters, but there's only one in this little list thing here. So just imagine there's a Chiaki right here next to Kokichi. That's the anime Chiaki. I don't know. 'Cause I get the point of her AI. Her AI is supposed to be like, hello, I am friendly and non-threatening of a character. And I don't know. B plus though. Very B plus for me. You do like the real one more? Yeah, that's why I'd separate them, because the real one had more agency, and I liked her agency more because she felt like she had more of a personality and growth, versus this one was just made. Even though she did have still growth, even for an AI, which was neat. But yeah, she gets B. Alright, controversial one. Yep, Gonta. I don't like Gonta as much as people do. I think that him being naive and yet mean a lot is kind of, not, like, you know, him kidnapping everyone for the bug thing. I'm just like, I know it's not his fault. I know he's very dumb and silly. But at the same time, he is an adult and he did have free will to do things. He's your number 2 V3 character. But I can't hate him for what he's done or what he did or what he does. Because obviously he's not a bad character. But I don't like him as much as everyone else does. I'm going to put him next to Ryoma. Like I said, I don't hate him. I don't hate his character. I'm not fond of... Okay, yeah, actually, hold on. Yeah, there. Move him down more. You broke up the scarves. Sorry. You like him much more than Korekio, and you gave Korekio a B? Like I said, I get his appeal. Like, he's very like Goku from DBZ, and Goku's a great character. But, yeah. Yeah. That being said, Kibo, on the other hand. Kibo, I do like a lot. I like it. Oh. I don't know if I put him in my A category. I feel like my A is reserved for characters I absolutely like. Oh, I'm going to grab their merch. Or I really like this character. I'm going to do all the things with this character. Kibo is definitely the toppest of B. Like every... Not Korekio. Korekio's a D. Okay. Kaito. Kibo is the very top of B. He is like... I don't think anyone can surpass him how like B++, 89 out of 100 B this character is for me. I like him a lot. I don't think I'm going to put him in my A category though. Kibo is also your B also? And a C for Gonta? It's just because I didn't like Gonta. I'm sorry, Christian. Like, Gonta's... like I said, a lot of V3 characters, I wasn't all like, oh man, I should love this V3 character. Kokichi was at least interesting, and I like Kibo because Kibo's like Makoto. and I like Smugi. Oh, I did put Kurumi in B. I'm gonna put Kurumi down one spot. I like Usami more than Kurumi. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you down here and you in between these two. There we go. That feels about right. Kaede. I like Kaede. How much do I like Kaede though? I think Kaede has so much potential. I like her a lot. I like her more than... Oh man, wait. No. You like Goto so much more than Sumugi? You can't. I know. I just said there's no one higher than Kiwon B, but I think Kaede is like A minus B plus also for me here. I like her a lot, but I don't know if I want to stick her in A. I feel like A is reserved for like characters I really like. And Kaede was gone too soon for that. So I think I gotta put her... I know I decided I was gonna put anyone above Kibo. Oh no, but I like Kibo more than Kaede. They're technically tied. Let's put them in a tie, okay? Like, I feel bad for sticking one above the other. I mean, I like that she was willing to murder. Like, I felt betrayed by her, and I loved that. So I was like, what? Oh my gosh. I did commit a murder, but not really, but I did. And you also like Shuichi so much more? Yeah, like, I wish there was... But there's a lot of focus on her? Yeah, there was a lot of focus on her. Which is why she's so high up for, you know, being only one chapter when other characters who are only one chapter aren't. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for her. You're breaking hearts. Alright. Soda. That's true. She got more screen time than Ryoma, for sure. Like I said, I do like her. I do like her, like, a lot. Alright. Soda is... He's above Nekomaru. It's hard to explain why you don't like her. Oh, that's fine. Like I said, like, there's a lot of characters, you know, I have, you know, in questionable spots, or I know a lot of people don't understand, but it's fine. You're free to like who you like. But yeah, Soda. You get C tier. He neat. Not my favorite, but he neat. And he's a B for you? I feel like if he just had one scene where he apologized to Sonia for his actions, or his treatment of her, or just something, I would have definitely put Soda up as a spot. Up into B tier. I feel he just missed that last push of character development. So that's why I don't think he's in B category. But I don't hate him. I like the teeth. I think the teeth are fun. I like when characters have sharp teeth like that. But design-wise, he's fun and he's alright. And I like that he was like a bro with Hajime. Like, that was fun. Really, that's all it feels like offer. Kaz is cool to give him a B. Understandable. Mahiru can go... You know, I want to put her next to Hyoko, but not really. I like Mahiru more than Maki, but not that much more. She's alright. Like, I didn't like her, and then I played her free time events, so I liked her a little bit better. And then... You agree about the apologies? Yeah. He tries to take Sonya from Gundam? Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have just had just something where... You know, like, in Danganronpa Another, where Taro wears Haruhiko's goggles or something. I feel Soda needed like a scene like that where he respected Gundam and learned to respect Sonia better. Monocubs, I do not like. I liked you less than that one. This one was alright. This one's a bottom of the C tier. I like the idea of the Monocubs. I wish... Actually, no. Because... Why did they have to do, like, the whole, like, you know... siblings getting each other pregnant thing? I don't know if I can say the word or not, but I didn't like that. But I like when he called Miu Mom. That was cute. But that's it. That's not enough to save him from D tier, though. He can say D tier. Dinger Up and Others better written. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's characters, even if they are kind of like, they just felt more real. They just felt like they were less caricatures of characters and more like actual people trapped in these things. Shuichi. I like Shuichi. Alright enough. I think I like him the same amount as I like Chisa. No, I like him more than Akane. And Kurumi. I like Peko more than I like Shuichi, though. Yeah, I think there's good. Reactions to the deaths. Yeah, and they actually... It felt like, you know, the deaths affected those the Danganronpa and other characters more than it did the Danganronpa characters. Yeah, Shuichi's right next to Peko. I like them about equally. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about Shuichi. Like, I do like his character development arc. He's your number one V3 character, and I understand that. Like, he had a great arc of a character. But again, reserved spots for the highest of high characters. So he can safely be like, all right, B. B's good. Tenko, I wish I liked you more. Okay, actually, hold on. I liked Tenko's development in the Danganronpa S, where she learns to, like, chill a little bit. But she didn't get that in the main game, but she would have gotten it if she lived in a normal high school life. Which is such a weird way to, like, try to differentiate this. So Tenko can go... You wish they did more with Tenko? She would have been so much more... Yeah, like, she has these scenes with Chihiro and Mondo because, you know, she thinks Chihiro's a girl, but then when she learns Chihiro's a boy and it changes, like, you know, how she thinks about things, like, I really loved that scene in the Danganronpa S. And I thought her development of, like, learning, you know, was really good. So I like that a lot. So she gets hot. I'll put her next to Soda. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I put her next to two boys. Don't forget he revenged Kaede. Well, I think Kibo technically revenged Kaede. I mean, he did the whole, you know, the trial thing, but Kibo blew up the place and Smokey died because of that. Yeah, Tenko's here. Sorry, Nekomaru. I just feel like Nekomaru's my middle of the C characters list of just like, you're alright. And I'm judging everyone off of how much I feel about Nekomaru and them. Ryoko, I don't know you. I mean, I know you, but I don't know you. Don't know you. Crush teacher person? I don't know where the heck he was. Don't know you. Sayaka. She's next to two boys. She could very easily be... Oh, she would beat down Soda, and that's kind of great, honestly. Sayaka... I felt betrayed by. I then developed zero feelings. Like, you know, like, oh man, poor Sayaka, or... I don't know, she's Exo-Leon. I don't care. She existed, she stopped existing. She's right there. Bottom of C. I was also, she isn't that bad. I was suspicious of her because I was like, man, this ultimate pop star is like, you know, interested in my character. And then she was being all like sneaky with the room things. It was a very good start to the game. I did like the start of the game with her like that. But I don't know if, you know. Actually, I think I like her more than Mahiru. Yeah, I don't like her below Maki. Actually, yeah, let's move her. Let's move her next to Ryoma. There we go. No, above Ryoma. Yeah. But she also did frame Makoto. Yeah, Redemption is the one, is the game that I'm gonna do after Process of Elimination, I believe. Okay, middle of C first, a little bit below middle of C for Sayaka. Ibuki's fun. I like Ibuki. Ibuki can be B tier, and Ibuki can be above Gundam, below Taka. She was fun, she was nice, I liked her. And I was very sad when she was very obviously going to be gone, but yeah. Ibuki. Alright, Kuzuryo. I like him. More like Kokichi. Less than Monokuma. I love his story arc. I love his character development. I love his design. His little baby face, look at him. I really like Kuzuryo. He's great. Has it been completed? I don't know. In the beginning was rough. The author was self-critical, but they got better. Fuyuhiko's in your top 3 for the second game? Yeah, Fuyuhiko is... I really do like Fuyuhiko a lot. Like, when we were in the fun house, like, I was doing his free time events, and I was just feeding him food. I'm like, just have some food, man. You ain't starving. I won't let you live, sir. Actually, I like him more than Alter Ego, so hold on. I'm gonna move this way. There we go. Yeah, he's baby gangsta. Alright. F tier. I feel like words aren't necessary. Like, again, I didn't even play Ultra Spirit Girls, and I know his line. Being voiced by Matt Mercer can't save this man. Like, he said that line, and I'm like, nope. He's staying in F tier. At the very bottom. Okay. So, Hajime! I like Hajime. He does! I had so much potato chips, like they weren't even starving. He says that this little child is the most attractive, is very attractive. So, no. I know, right? So I was like that's, and he's like, this, he said this is peak attractions, except she talks too much. And I'm just like, Alright, so Hajime. Hajime's B tier for me. I like Hajime a lot. A lot. But I don't like him more than Makoto, and I think I like him equally as Kaede. He didn't say it was specifically her, but he still said it. Yeah, like... Yeah. Well, he said something about, she was like... I could have sworn the line was like something like she'd just be his type if it wasn't for that mouth of hers or something like that. Something weird. I was like, no. Yeah, so I think I like Hajime and Kaede, like, equally. I like that he's mean to everyone else, and he's kind of, like, standoffish. Like, that's fun. But at the same time, I like Makoto because Makoto and my brain cells are my brain wavelength. We're about the same. Hajime and I, not the same. So still fun, but as protagonist, I'm like, no, Hajime, get on my don't sink to my level, but. Yeah, Hajime can be B. I like him. He's neat. Hifumi. I don't hate Hifumi. So he's not in like F or D tier. I don't care too much about Hifumi. I feel like Hifumi causes more problems than necessary. But I get what Hifumi was going for and be like, I must protect Celeste. But he killed my Taka, so, you know, he can't get very high up there. He can go above these three. He's a D for you, so annoying because he's such a simp. Yeah. God, he was super weird toward Alter Ego, too. Like I said, he kept giving me more problems than he was solving any of my problems. But I don't hate him. I don't feel like he deserves to be on this level of like characters who I'm like, ugh, whenever I see them. So yeah, he gets there. Which I feel bad for. I'm so sorry, Maki. I really wish I liked Maki. All right, Imposter, and his design pissed you off too. Yeah, like it was not a great design. Imposter is where I'm going to be a big old hypocrite. And I said, oh man, these characters I only had one chapter with, they were gone before development and stuff like that. But Imposter, I really like Imposter. I don't know why my brain's just like, no, but he cool. And I like his potential of him, he may have struggles in life with not knowing because he doesn't have an identity. He only can be others' identities, and that's gotta be taxing on the brain, you know, where you just can't, you know, you don't exist to other people really, but you are a person, but your whole talent is that you're not really someone who exists. That intrigues me. That intrigues me so much, and I really like it. But again, I do acknowledge that he was gone very quickly. I'm gonna put him below Ibuki, right above Gundam. You love Imposter so much, right? I don't understand why, but my brain's just like, no, he's great. You like him. Actually, I'm gonna put him above Ibuki, but below Taka still. I really like his character. F rank? F rank for Imposter for you? That is pretty dang low for him. And Hot Imposter is a high B for you? And high B for you also? I can't put him above these characters. I really do love these characters, so it's a pretty good B. He's in a very good B spot. He's a better Byakuya. Yeah, that's for sure. He is. Yeah, you know what? Because he was trying to save everybody. All right, hold on. Let me switch Taka above Kyoko and Imposter above Kyoko. I really do like Kyoko, but I think I like Imposter more. Okay, yeah, there we go. I can't spend this whole time debating on where I want to put Imposter. Like high mid B. That's where he lives. Makoto's sister. I feel bad. I gotta put her in I don't know. Even though she seems like a good person. She seems like a great person, but I can't judge her character because I didn't play it. But I guess she is in the anime. I gotta put her in I don't know. Sorry. And I don't even know who the heck this is. I can't even guess who the heck that is. What is that? Oh, that's from like the books. Oh, crap. Oh, I remember their names. I think that's from the Danganronpa books. Or no. There's like an offshoot manga, I think. You'd give Kamaru a B. Yeah, like I said, like if I played the game or watched it, I'd be like, all right, I can judge her because I feel like she's a good kid. But I didn't, so I don't know. I'm a big ol' simp. But you know what? It's not just because I'm a simp that I like this character. I'm gonna throw him an S tier. Nagito is... Get about Hina. Nagito is my absolute favorite character in Danganronpa. I love his motives. I love his thought process, which is wonky. How come breaking? Because I didn't put Spare Girls. I'm sorry. I had to put Kamaru there. Okay, like I feel bad because again, I know she's a lot of people like her and she seems really cool, but I just don't know her, so I can't. But yeah, no, Nagito, S tier. He makes the second game so good. He's the best worst boy. It's why I love Astarion so much in Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Absolutely terrible but you kind of make him better if you want to. But great. His trial is my favorite trial. I love him. I really liked Danganronpa 1 and I loved Makoto. And then I played 2 and I'm like, I love the series because of Nagito. Like, he's great. Understandable. Like, when people say they hate him, I get it. I 100% understand if people hate him. But S tier. Top of S tier for me. And not just for the simping. I'm so sorry. If it helps you, not that it helps you, but I had to play a major battle, and my computer was just like, nah, I'm gonna crash as you're winning. And I'm like, no, it took me hours. Alright, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Just sticking all the I don't knows real quick. Alright, Sonia. I'm gonna put her right next to Akane. Do I like her more or less? I think I like her... No, I really liked her loving a serial killer stuff. Let's put her above Kurumi, below Shuichi. I like her a lot more than I know most people do. I like that she seems like a good ruler. Right? Sonia's fun. Sonia's nice. Yeah, I think it's a lot to say about her. I like, she loves serial killers, and then I like her relationship with Gundam a lot. Sonia barely escapes a D for you? Dang. Yeah, I know. I do wish maybe she had a more interesting arc to go through, but I liked her character from start to finish, so I don't really feel like she needed too big an arc. So I get it. She gets B. She gets B for me. Yeah, she's in B rank. Yasuhiro's mom, right? I don't really know her. But I'm putting the top of I don't know because she looks really cool. Like, I feel I would like her, but I don't know her. D tier. I don't like the funny weed man. The amount... Oh. Look. The only thing says from a D is because you left T's and you left her? Alright, Hero. Hero was too dumb for my brain. I wish Hero had more than the half of a brain cell. Like, I don't know why. I'm just so upset at you love the funny weed man. I was just so upset when he's like, how do we prove Kyoko's not dead? She's standing next to us, and I'm like, bro, do we really have to do that? Really? I don't like him. And I was continually getting more upset. He was living over all the characters I loved. Yeah, she is super pretty. Like,
honestly almost debating putting her into simp area, but I don't know her, so I'm not going to. But yeah, funny bean man. He can lead the D tier of just like, I don't hate him enough to put him in F tier. But I sure as heck don't like him enough to put him above anybody else. Regular Toko. She gets C tier for me. I think she's like here. He gave you a good break of despair, and he gets an A-ring for you. Yeah, Toko is middle C tier. No, I like her more than Himiko. I like her more than Nekomaru. Actually, hold on. There we go. I think I like Soda more than Toko, and I like Toko more than Tenko? Yeah, that feels about right. And now Tenko's between Ruka and Mio, so she doesn't feel so bad anymore. Yeah. Again, why? Because I like Jill more than I like Toko. Fukawa gets a B for you because you empathize. I think she's a C tier for me because of the. I don't know. C tier. She gets C tier for me. Maybe if she was less stalkerific with Byakuya, I would put that higher. But I do feel bad for her. But feeling bad doesn't put her up to B for me. Otherwise, I put all these people up to B because, I feel bad for all of them for being in death games and all. I like Mondo more than most people do. But how much do I think I'm gonna break up Hajime and Chiaki here? Yeah. I like Mondo. I don't get what's going on in his dumb little brain where he thinks that he killed his brother, because he clearly didn't, but I understand why he would think he did it. But Mondo, he had the big old dum-dum. But he also killed Chihiro, so hold on. Even if by accident. No, but I still like him better than AI Chiaki. Nope, this is perfect. This is perfect for him. He can stay right here. You have an obsessive personality and you're quiet and bookish, just not a stalker or a serial killer. I mean, thank you for not being a serial killer or a stalker. Appreciate that. Mondo's your favorite character. Nice. Yeah, so it's like, I'm like, I want to put him lower for the Chihiro, but it was an accident. And what Byakuya did was, okay, hold on, Byakuya, where are you? I'm lowering you. Because what you did wasn't an accident. Oh, but I can't lower you below Junko. I can put you above them. Yeah. As I'm remembering, you move the body, and you... Oh, right, that made me so mad. Alright, so let's... I think that's oh no, Yuta. I mean, I know you're Hina's brother, and I did see him die. But again, put you in, I don't know. Alright, so let's look at this real quick. And then, I know I said I had to leave by 10, and it's already 11, and I am just going to get no sleep tonight. But that's fine. So, S tier by merit of their character is Nagito, Hina, and Sakura. High up tier just because I simp is Chihiro, Rentaro, and Angie. Poor Yuta. God, I saw that scene, and that was sucky. That was so sucky. I felt so bad for him. And then my A tiers of interesting. Makoto, Monokuma, Fuyuhiko, Kokichi, then Alter Ego. And then, hated characters. Old Man, Teruteru, Leon's cousin, Haiji. Yeah, whatever his name is. Doing for Dinger Up Another? Oh, yeah. Definitely will next time.
All right, that was actually fun. Actually, had to, you know, think through all the characters. Again, I feel bad that, you know, a lot of the anime characters, the book characters, and like I don't even know who the heck this is. Like, who the heck are you two? Like, her design's kind of cute. I like her design. Oh, Yuta. Here, let me put you up top. There you go. You can stay there. And Jotaro can be kind of high up too. Well, sweetie pie is a way of putting it, right? So, ta-da! That is my list, yeah. Alright, I am going to end this. And yeah, so next week, again, we'll proceed with Process of Elimination. And hopefully be a little less exposition talking. Alright, see you guys all next time. Laters!